Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Masks Monday. Right, so we are up to, chapter 14, session 14 of the England chapter. Let's quickly go around and remind everybody who the characters are, since they're still alive and such, so they're probably quite important. Let us go with Mr. Greene.
Yes, I'm playing Winston Greene, who is an archaeologist, African-American from San Francisco. He is feeling a little bit out of his depth, partially because we've seen some very strange sights, and partially because there are no billiard tables to defend.
Not yet.
That he has found.
You may find one. And we also have a Perry.
Yes,
the perilous Perry.
Perry Astor, the explorer from Calgary. He's tall with weathered features, fairly short, but short, unruly hair, usually hidden beneath his hat. He carries around his favourite Bowie knife that he calls Mary, that was given to him by his father. And he's tagged along with these guys since they lost someone in New York. Hopefully, we can advance this a little bit further today.
Yes, indeed. And we have Francoise.
I cannot introduce myself. I am a visual thinker.
Visual thinker. Stop swearing in sign language. And finally, we have Mr. Dibden.
Yes, of course. I'm Dibden Arthur, MD. I'm a surgeon back in my homeland. He's come back along with some strange fellows, but other than that, is the toughest nail in the party, the people's favorite, and also I don't know if I'm gonna make it out alive of the England chapter because I'm not gaining 8 points back. Shit. And that's all, I think. Yes.
Oh, that's the point. I haven't opened the calendar.
But the question you have to ask yourself, Arthur, is will it be the great monsters that kill you, or will it be your fellow weirdo travelers killing you for all your wonderful modesty?
No, it would be just a flu, I believe.
We'll settle for killing him by proxy.
Okay, so let's do the quick recap then. Ronnie, I believe you've taken some notes for this.
This will not be a quick recap. So
back in 10 minutes.
Not a lot happened last week, but lots happened. The main thing that happened was the presentation to Gavigan at the Penhew Foundation.
That's the main thing. According to you, that's the main thing of the session.
Which absolutely went superbly because, let's be honest, it was me. And I didn't even need a bonus die.
And after that, the real session happened.
I don't believe that there's enough space for both our egos on this StreamYard.
That's all right. That's all right. We can take turns being egotists. We talked to Gavigan. He went into a little more detail about the Carlisle expedition, particularly this African woman, Benet, who Gavigan said essentially ripped them off of £4,000, which is not exactly, that's a nice amount of money now, and it was certainly a lot of money then. So the presentation went well, and Gavigan said he would get back to us in a few days. Meanwhile, Francoise went to check up on Miles Shipley. He had been moved from the hospital she had left him at to the psychiatric hospital, Maudsley Hospital in Denmark Hill. He was extremely sensitive to light, and when she went to see him, he was almost incoherent because of the pain that he was under. She unscrewed the bulb, and that seemed to calm him somewhat. And he talked about the big painting in the cellar, the one that needed to be finished, or even the attic. And if the reptile didn't have him, it would seek out another artist to cajole into finishing the painting, which would provide a gateway for others, which is not something we were particularly keen on happening. Francoise came up with the, she will call it inspired idea, to
a masterpiece.
Pretend to be an artist in the hope of drawing him out. We managed to do that, although he did come out in the guise of a little old man rather than a little old lady. Francoise really pushed the issue with him and gave him nowhere to turn. So we did start to transform. He managed to get into my head a bit, which is I ended up sort of screaming and heading outside. Meanwhile, Arthur and Perry quickly and rather brutally dispatched him. We made a search of the house, found a few things. We think we found where the corpses were being held. Wonderful smell of sort of primrose roses and just the lovely smell of lavender that goes along with death. We destroyed the painting, or moreover, Francoise destroyed the painting with some turpentine, white spirits. We found the medication, this Pluto thingy that Miles needed. And we found the ingredients. We didn't keep any for ourselves on the off chance because we didn't think there was much point to it. And we returned to Maudsley Hospital to give his doctor the medication. We then went back to the Blue Pyramid. Well, Francoise went back to the Blue Pyramid to talk with... I'll get her name because I've got her on board here. Zara Shafik. And Zara mentioned the this shooting that had happened at the Diamondback Club, where someone had taken a pot shot at Gavigan. And she believes, or at least she told Francoise, that she believes Gavigan was involved in some of the deaths at previous expeditions, specifically the death of Sir Aubrey on the Carlisle expedition, which may or may not have been a power play to gain the position at the head of the Penhew Foundation. She believes that Gavigan may be a member of the Brotherhood of the Black Pharoah. And he started to, whilst he usually travels by sort of public transport and so on, he's been going by car with some others of the Foundation a couple of times a month now to places unknown. He's been bringing in larger artifacts, but he's not bringing them for display. He seems to be taking them down to the basement. And if we want any sort of help or from her and so on, she's asked us to contact her at Empire Spices. And that was pretty much where we left it.
Yes, indeed. So, roll yourself a D4 of luck, Mr. Greene.
Yes. Yes.
A 4. Ooh, very good, very good. Because you were
I'm still a little
low.
low. I'm just not quite as low.
Well, yes, of course. Okay, so quickly just double checking things like sanity and stuff. Again, I should have been keeping track. I think I've got them. Arthur, are you on 81 sanity now?
If we gained 4, as I recall, because of the stopping of the lizard stuff, I should be an 83. I do believe,
okay.
because I had my character sheet that wasn't available last time at 79. And considering the luck that I spent, I am at 21.
21 luck, I've got that one. So Francoise, you're on 97 sanity, I believe.
Sorry, was that at me? Because I was reading the corkboard trying to catch up on notes. I am at 95 sanity.
95, okay.
Yes, because I had a maximum of 95.
Oh, that's right, because the mythos, yeah. Okay, cool. And 11 luck.
No, 13.
13.
How dare you?
Absolute disgrace, giving me sanity when I have lots and taking away my luck when I have none.
Perry, you're on 71 sanity? 70.
I've got it down to 70.
Okay. And 38 luck. Yep. Winston,
That's right,
82 sanity.
Yep.
Yep, and now you're on 14 luck.
I'm 14 luck, yeah.
And bonus die.
And bonus die.
Apparently you never need.
It's not that I never need it, it's the fact that I never remember I've got it.
Even though I've reminded you various times, like, I don't need it.
I'm just waiting for the time where you forget about it, you need it, you ask Jason if you can use it after you already rolled, and he's gonna say, stick it.
Yes, well, okay, so, double checking fifths, yep, they're all correct. Okay, so, like I said briefly before we started this sesh, we kind of ended a little prematurely at the Blue Pyramid Club, so we're going to go straight back in there. So, yes, Shafik has just given you her Empire Spices card. After sort of telling you, again, she's sort of glancing every so often at the paintings, like she hasn't forgotten that you have been showing them to her and so on. Oh, yes, that's right, just the one, yeah. It was the pyramid
keep myself alive strategy. Yes, the possession Black Pharaoh.
That's right. So she hasn't forgotten. You know, she just sort of do a little bit of.
Unfortunately, I have. What did you say again about this shooting of Gavigan at this club in Tottenham Court Road? What is it called? The Diamond Back Club, Tottenham Court Road.
Yes, that's right.
What did you say again about that? Somebody shot at him?
Well, yes.
It seems like just now for you, but for me, it feels like a week ago.
I see. Why? Were you there too?
No, I'm joking because I can't remember what was said last week about that.
Fourth wall. Yes, well, I don't know a lot about what happened, and I'm not sure who it was, but from what I know, and word travels and so on, and it is a place that Gavigan does like to go quite frequently. Apparently, somebody very much wanted to shoot him. It wasn't, luck of the draw or anything. Fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, depending on how you feel about him, I don't know. But this person missed him. He was arrested. There was an inquiry. I don't know if he has been let go or, anything else. How
did you hear about this?
Well, like I said, word travels fast, and I don't have my main line of income at the Penhu Foundation. This is my my main business, and she points again at the card. But word got round the foundation. Other scholars were talking about it, and Tottenham is rife with stories. So, like I said, word gets around.
Do you do much business with Kenya?
Kenya.
I was just curious.
I have lots of clients. Not Kenya really. Mainly more. Sometimes I get clients from Cairo, for example, and a bit Morocco occasionally. But no, not Kenya.
You mean suppliers, not clients?
Yes, suppliers. So
it's okay. I am still learning this language also.
As am I.
Okay, well, I will look into this Diamondback Club. Hopefully, it is not strippers, but
no. From what I know, it's more of a gentleman's club.
I will send someone to look into that club then. But I will also. I have another painting, so I will.
Oh right.
Yes, it might. I hope it will inspire some lost words of your grandmother or something. I will bring it at some point soon.
Well,
I could only carry the one canvas, you see, so I was walking.
Of course. I really don't know what else to say about what my grandma said. I was very young at the time, but I'm happy to take a look at this painting. You're obviously very interested in this sort of supernatural sort of themes and thematics. And as she's talking, somebody knocks on the door and quickly comes in. You think maybe a member of staff, and kind of comes up to her and just whispers in her ear, and she says, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry to cut this a little short. Somebody is needing me back at my work. So if you'll excuse me."
Absolutely. I'm sorry to have delayed you at all.
No, you haven't. I wasn't expecting it at all. In fact, it's a little strange, given normally I'm closed by now, but sometimes it happens. So,
would you like an escort? If you're a little concerned about it being strange.
Oh, not strange in that way. It's just it says when we're open outside, but then customers are customers. Sometimes suppliers come in late as well. So, it was just unexpected.
I see. Yes, a person is clever, but people are stupid.
Well, yes, I suppose so. Yes. So she holds out her hand and bids you good day. Heads on off. There are, as you kind of come out a little back into the corridor, there are a few people you can hear sort of milling around in the ballroom. You think setting up, but as you kind of start heading out, presumably, somebody kind of rushes out of one of the other rooms and kind of bumps into you a bit. You think it's one of the dancers, and she apologizes profusely. I'm so sorry. Please excuse.
Outrageous.
And you feel something like a piece of fabric kind of get pressed into your hand, and then she kind of rushes off into the ballroom.
Oh, I forgot my painting. I'll go back into the private room and have a look at this note.
Sure. It's a napkin, but there is definitely something written on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, "Meet under the northern arch at midnight."
I have a date with the dancer, but why?
Quick work.
Doesn't that sound like homosexual?
I mean, what are the northern arches? Are they in London?
You do recall seeing some archers back up at the sort of end of what was that street called in Soho, the one that you're on at the minute. So you assume she means up there.
But northern arches implies there are more than one. So maybe there is a north and a south. I need a map.
Well, okay, that's fine. You can get a map, and yeah, it's basically there's sort of a couple of archways at the north end of this street.
I see. And did it say at midnight?
Yes, at midnight.
Well, it is after my bedtime.
You're still in the Central European time?
Perhaps I should come back here with the armed male escort, huh? And I'll grab my painting, and I'll head out the door, and I'll go to... I'll drop the painting off, then I'll go to the other hotel, and then I have no idea what time it is, but hopefully there's still time to get back with the guys.
Yeah, okay. So when you exit, it's still before everything is open to the public, so it's about 5:45. But yeah, you kind of get your painting. Actually no, you know what? I'll make a roll myself. Okay.
5:45 in the evening.
In the evening, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, so you head on out, you head back over to Savoy, etc. Meanwhile, going back in time a little bit, whilst Francoise has been doing this, obviously the three of you are still together after your little shootout in Chelsea. So I'm giving you the opportunity if there's anything you want to do before meeting back up with Francoise. So for you guys, it will be just after 5 sort of time.
There's all this question that I told you I have before the streaming started. I don't know if I can find easily an answer to them. The easier one should be the Diamondback Club, but
oh my
also
God,
hello,
you said you weren't
Brayden.
coming.
Oi.
Hello.
Oi.
Why? Was it something I said?
Go back to sleep,
No,
mate.
he's just been having lots of late nights thanks to me, you crazy bastard.
And so or we go to the Diamond Club, or we just kick back and relax a second until Francoise is back.
Just to remind you that you will all know by this point that this is around the time the Penny Foundation starts closing up for the day.
Yep. So the three people that he's already seen are going to try and tail him.
You don't have to. I'm just reminding you that opportunity is there if you want to do it.
Because
the last time you wanted to do it,
listen. I can go, and if I'm spotted, I can say that I'm having a walk around my hometown that I missed so dearly.
Yeah,
so that I have a kind of excuse.
Because you two guys can blend into a crowd. I tend to stand out.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, just because you're fabulous as that, right?
What can I say? It just glows off me. It just...
All right.
Just find myself with it. Maybe it's because I'm Irish. In the Shawshank Redemption. I want to phone Mickey.
You want to phone Mickey? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Perry?
Well, I suppose I could either help Arthur, or it sounds like Francoise is going to need some help when she gets back, but obviously I don't know about that. Does Arthur need help in his tailing of Gavigan? Or is two people too...
another pair of eyes is always useful.
True.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with Arthur.
Yeah.
Okay. Coolly.
Just be careful, because if he's on the up and up, fine. If he's not, you could be walking into a world of trouble. And slightly more desperate than a crocodile and an old man crocodile in a living room.
We shall see. But in the meantime, what did you want to call Mickey about exactly?
Him being a, shall we politely say, muckraking reporter.
Right.
If he didn't cover the shooting, he probably knows who did, or can tell, or can give me the reports and everything about the shooting, because something like that is going to make the papers. There's simply no way it's not going to make it.
Okay.
Which means I'm hoping that the reporters have done their due diligence and they will have the name of the shooter and where he ultimately ended up, whether it was because it was intimated, did he go to prison? Did he go to an asylum? Court reports and someone at the courts, they're bound to have worked out what the verdict was.
Okay. So, when he actually, where are you calling him from? From your hotel?
Hotel.
Okay, cool. So he says to you, well, no, it wasn't me personally. It was done by the Daily Mirror, but I do know who did do it, so I'm happy to get in touch with him.
Yes, please.
From what I know myself, because I did help him out a little bit. It was a man called Mr. Hugh Tilesman, who apparently shot him or tried to shoot him. He was initially taken into custody, but in the end he was institutionalized in an asylum. I don't know if he's still there, but let me see if I can get in touch with him and maybe dig out an article or two.
Thank you. That would be most helpful.
Yes, I bet it would. Have you got any more lovely Savoy whiskey, perhaps, that I could partake in with you?
Well, as soon as you have the information, by all means, come on down. I'm sure we can make sure of a good Savoy whiskey for you. I think that's a more than fair bargain.
It's a date, old chum. Good. Give me a couple of hours.
Okay. Oh, one other thing. Any information about this club as well? I
There's
hear it's
quite a few clubs in London.
The Diamondback, where the shooting happened.
Oh yes. Well, it's a fancy arse club in Tottenham Court Road. There's nice food, gambling, billiards, even, I think.
Elite clientele, or just whoever can get the money?
It definitely has its regulars. Okay. It's pretty upper class, so you won't see me dead in there.
I suddenly find myself thinking, not saying out loud, but thinking, the way our luck's been running, we might find people dead in there.
True.
Yes, any information that relating to the Diamondback, if it's been under suspicion of anything, it would be interesting to find out.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. It was a few years ago, though, so he might not have it anymore. But
I'll give him anything you can, and if you can get all that information, who knows? You might be going home with a bottle.
Well, I was just thinking, if you want the information tonight, then I would absolutely need a bottle.
I will. I think we can. I think we can see clear to ensuring a bottle, maybe two, depending on the quality of the information.
Fair. All right. Shall I give you a call here in a couple of hours?
Or
come straight round.
Come straight round.
Okay.
If we're not here, leave a message. I'll make sure that the the receptionist knows about the libation situation.
Fair enough. All right. See you in a couple of hours.
Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Right, hopefully that will get us some info on the shooter, get some info in this club, so we're not going in, well, depending on whether he comes round before we go there. If he can come round first, then at least we're not going in blind.
Yes, good thinking. So, for the people who are planning to tail, so obviously
the dream team once again.
Yes, the dream team.
The lizard killers.
The lizard killers. So, I mean, is there anywhere specifically you want to pitch up? I mean, there is obviously the front of the foundation. There is quite a large area at the back as well.
The best thing, I think, is waiting for him to go out of the foundation. Perry, just tell me if that sounds absurd to you, but to wait for him on the opposite corner or of where he's supposed to go to get back home, so that we have a little bit of advantage to follow him and hide ourselves in the crowd, if there's any.
I mean, we know the general direction he's going to head in, don't we? If he generally heads to Tottenham Court Road, so
we knew the neighborhood more or less of where his house is supposed to be.
Yeah. So Tottenham Court Road is quite a big area, but you know that Mayfair, Arthur, is west of here. So if we assume he's going to go that way.
If we stand on the eastern side of the
eastern side of the street,
on the opposite side of the street, wait for him to come out, and we can follow him at a reasonable distance.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable at the very least.
Okay, not a problem.
And we don't want to get too close and raise any suspicions.
No, yeah, that's exactly the point.
Hiding in plain view.
Into him. Yeah, just hugging him, going home with him. Oi, mate.
Okay. Excuse me. So, he comes out a bit later than you expected, sort of 5:15. So, would you be able to make me stealth rolls, please?
Stealth.
Just a second.
Reasonable chance of that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Which I did.
That's a fail.
That's a
for me.
I know you've already rolled, but I'm just thinking, because it's 5:15 and it's technically rush hour, it's going to be busy. So I'm happy to give you a bonus die because there's plenty of people around that you can easily kind of go into.
So I roll it again. Do you want me to roll the two together or just
the tens that you roll? Yeah.
Yeah. What I was asking is, do you want me to roll just the bonus die or all together?
Yeah. Just roll it. Yeah.
All right, that's a pass.
Okay.
Thank you, Jason.
That's all right. What did you get, Perry?
I got a hard pass.
Lovely. Okay. So yeah, your connection is a bit funky. You're a bit pixelated.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm with my mobile because my provider is
being sick.
Yes. Let's put it that way.
Mamma mia.
No. I'm going way more vulgar than that.
I don't know any Italian swear words though.
I'll be glad to teach you.
Okay. Right. So, obviously, yeah, you keep a safe distance away, but especially as you go down to the main road, so basically sort of near Oxford Street, there are loads of people, and also, given public transport is a pretty big thing still in London as opposed to cars. Lots of noise, lots of traffic going up and down of like the trams, the omnibuses and things, that it's fairly easy to kind of keep him in your sights, but have lots of stuff in between you. So he heads onto Oxford Street, starts heading west. But interestingly, he then turns south onto Dean Street, which you think this is a little bit too far south, possibly, for Mayfair, and Mayfair still is way west. So he's obviously not going back to his home, you think. And presumably you carry on.
Yeah. I have to trust Arthur on areas and direction, but
I'm just waiting for Arthur to come back. Are you with us?
Yeah. I'm hearing you. I don't know what you see of me, but I can hear you and see you moving.
It's like if Shipley painted you. Let's put it like that.
That's way worse than I expected.
Not for me, because his mouth is pixelated. So
Is it monk-like?
Perhaps an artist's interpretation. But yes, anyway, so he then reaches. He goes about halfway down Dean Street, although it is pretty long. But then he turns off. He turns to the right onto Mead Street. And you obviously don't know about Empire Spices yet, but you see him go in there. And just further down, now that you're starting to get your bearings a little bit, because you've only been around here at night, you do see the Blue Pyramid Club a bit further along this road.
That's a bit close for convenience, isn't it?
Yeah, I do believe that if is going, as I think, into the Blue Pyramid or to see something close there, it should be interesting to hide behind something and just monitor what he's doing rather than keep walking.
Okay, sure.
Because it's obvious we get recognized if we get too much close to him.
Yeah. Just to clarify, you think he's going to Empire Spices or kind of gone down maybe to a little side door, but that's definitely the sort of the building that he's kind of disappeared into. A few minutes later, somebody exits the Blue Pyramid Club, and you realize it's Zahra. So can you give me another stealth roll to see if she sees you? Unless you want to say hello, of course.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I missed that.
Yeah, me too.
How much are your stealth scores overall?
40.
Yeah, I'm the base 20.
Okay. I mean, she's sort of looking. She does look in your direction briefly, but you don't know if she's recognized you. It's almost like her eyes are kind of a bit gloss-eyed. Maybe she's focusing on something else, or again, she might just not have recognized you. But then she quite quickly kind of looks towards where she's going, and it seems to be that she's heading towards Empire Spices, and she does indeed then go in herself.
So you could be meeting her there then.
And then, do you stay there any longer?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
If they come out together, how long we spend in there.
Okay. I mean, with the sort of the window display, you can see a little bit inside from where you are. So you can give me spot hidden rolls if you're intent on kind of trying to watch them.
Yes. All right.
I think that's a pass.
That's an hard pass for me.
Hard pass. Okay. It is quite difficult to see because there's quite sort of big writing in the windows and so on. And of course, with it still being a little bit light, it's quite tricky. But I mean, they kind of go in. They do seem to know each other. Nothing really out of the ordinary, but they're obviously having a conversation together. Gavigan does occasionally kind of pace up and down. You think maybe taking a look at the spices. and then they kind of go further back inside, so then they kind of go out of view.
Was either of them looking annoyed, or does it look heated at all?
Not from what you can see, but again, it's so hard to see again because of the window and the light and so on. But certainly you don't think so. But as you're kind of trying to peer in from where you are from a distance, you then see a familiar face with her painting come out of the Blue Pyramid Club.
Oh, it's Francoise.
I mean, she did tell you that she was going there.
Yeah.
And I walked straight past you because you guys are hiding.
Yeah, I'm just telling Francoise to shush. And if she wants to hide with us, that's perfectly fine.
So there I am, carrying my painting.
With her painting, yes.
Yes.
You can hide behind the painting.
So what actually happens is I walk past Empire Spices, stop, go like that, holding a painting.
We'll stop Francoise and fill her in on what's happening. I say Gavigan's meeting the woman.
She is meeting Gavigan?
Yes, she is.
She just warned me about Gavigan. She told me she does not trust him, and he has boxes in the cellar at the place he works. What's it called? The Institute. Anyway, so there is stuff in the basement that we might want to check out. And she told me that Gavigan was shot at this other club, the Tottenham Court Road Club. Diamondback. And all this stuff happened, and that she left the meeting early to go meet him. Most peculiar. I was not expecting that. Him of all people. But it is out of hours. She is her premises is shut. So he sent a message to the club that we were at, the Pyramid Club. He sent a message there to tell her to come in. So obviously it is a secret meeting.
Yes.
So I believe that's one of two things now. Whether we just start not giving a shit about this meeting and go on with our lives and investigation, or find a way to listen to what they're saying. But I don't actually know if we can get closer to the back of the building, if there's some alleyway or...
Say no more. And I try the door of the Empire Spices building.
Ah, your typical, very unsubtle way. Do you at least knock beforehand?
No, I just tried the door.
Okay, you try the front door. It seems locked, although it's not got like a big sort of crisscross across it. You just think that the lock itself is turned.
I'm just looking at Francoise doing.
It is every painting. I have it covered. I was hoping it was unlocked so I could hear something.
You can't see them inside. You don't know if they've maybe kind of gone even further back or into a room or something. But you do, after a couple of minutes, there is somebody else who kind of pops up. He appears to be like a member of staff, or maybe he's Shafik's assistant or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's sort of early 20s, and he kind of looks a bit annoyed that you're trying to get in, and he points at the sign that says closed.
Delivery.
Delivery. Okay. Do you fancy giving me a roll for that?
What am I rolling on? Because I rolled 53.
Probably persuade.
Persuade. I'll spend 3 points of luck. It's only 3 points, so I pass.
Yeah, you got plenty of those.
Have any luck? Interesting. Okay. Right, where is he? He's there. So he scratches his head a couple of times. You have to kind of try and elaborate a bit more. Maybe make up some crap or something. But eventually,
no, I just like no. I was showing this to Shafik. I think she likes it. I was walking home with it, and I thought, so if she like it, it reminds her of home. I give it her. So here I am, and I bring it in. and then I'm listening to see if I can overhear them at all in the back.
Yeah. So yeah, he does eventually like let you in, but yeah, he is still a bit defensive. His English is nowhere near as good as Shafik's, but he says, "Only be 5 minutes, please. We are closed."
Yes, it is just I give this to Shafik, you know. Maybe she like it. I didn't have the opportunity, but I was walking past.
Could you stay here? I can go get her.
Ah, it's fine. I got to Shafik.
No. You stay here.
No, it's okay. I go. Save yourself the trouble. You mind the shop. And I walk out back.
he tries to kind of stand in front of you.
Can I hear Shafik? Can I hear Shafik?
Unlikely, but you could try and give me a listen roll.
No, definitely not. No, it is not a shop business. It is a gift. From one friend to another.
I will come with you.
Of course.
Meanwhile, while this member of staff is distracted by the beautiful appearance of Francoise and their painting,
yes.
Is there a way for me and Perry to go like on the side of the building, or
you mean on the outside, around the side?
From the round side, yes.
Yeah, I was wondering alley to the back.
You think so? Yeah. So there's kind of like a little alleyway on the right side of the building, just in between, the next building along. There's no kind of like big windows or anything you can look into when you're in the alleyway. But yeah, you think if you carry on, you might be able to either head into like possibly a back area, or get in another way. But it's quite a long way up this alleyway.
Yeah, I do believe it's worth a shot.
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you keep going and going and going. A good sort of how long would that be? Because that's an imperial yards. It's about 7 imperial
yards.
Yards of meters. Okay.
Pretty much.
Well, no, it can't be. It can't be. This is imperial.
Yeah, but give or take a very small amount. They're essentially meters.
3 foot 3 3/4 inches.
They are essentially meters.
They are. Yards are basically the same.
Okay. It's about 20 meters then.
That's not that much.
Up this tight alleyway. And then you see that there's like a locked gate on your left side that kind of goes into an open yard. Right by the gate on the opposite side, you see a coal chute. There's also a couple of like bits of crates that are sort of left there. A few bits and pieces sort of spread around. There's definitely a back door though into the shop. And there's some kind of maybe like an outside water closet, you think, as well, like on the opposite side. Oh, thank you, Steve. That's helpful.
Is the gate locked?
It is, but crudely.
Can we do the I'll give Arthur a bunk up like we did back at Shipley's place. So
you're like one of those circus acts now, practically. You could strength roll, Harry.
Oh yeah, that's a hard pass.
Yep, you're definitely the whoop. Over you go. It's not as high either, this wall. It's only about 5 feet, so not bad at all. So you head over, and you almost kind of land on the coal chute, actually. So there's a bit of a clang. Okay. Okay. You can when you get in, obviously there's the back door, and it is definitely a water closet on the opposite side of this backyard. There's a couple of windows as well, either side of the door. One appears to go into like quite a big storeroom. the other one appears to be kind of like a kitchen of some sort.
What I'm thinking of doing is crouching down below the window level, because I just assumed it's not a full wall window, and try to try to kneel down one of them to see if I hear something. That's horrible. That's as a sentence, but
it's
yes.
the sound of Francoise being killed. So,
what are you gonna do with the knife? Stab me? All right.
A listen roll.
Yes.
And meanwhile, Francoise, so you're kind of led through the shop. He kind of takes you through into what looks like a hallway of some kind. There's a table. Maybe the staff eat there and so on. And on the left side, there's a flight of stairs. There's by the looks of it, a floor going down, but he kind of starts going up to the next floor up, and he says, "I must tell you to wait here, because her private quarters are upstairs."
Jason, I can't hear shit. Just so you know.
Oh.
No. In the game.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough. So you can't hear shit. So
now that I'm closer, can I?
Possibly. You're gonna have to give me another roll, though.
Could you roll it for me? Because the cat sat on my dice.
Sure.
Yeah. The cat is purring.
Oh,
oh my god.
51.
No, I was just trying to say it's okay. She's buggered off, so I'll roll it myself.
Okay.
0-1.
Okay.
Oh yes.
And then you can hear them upstairs. They're talking fairly quietly. Yes, I wasn't actually expecting that at all.
The cat charmed my dice.
Yeah, so
I was going to say the cat Medusa's going to have to do that more often.
Okay, so you hear that they're talking about a place called Misra House, and you hear Gavigan say that he's heading up to Misra House next week, and Zahra seems like she doesn't sound concerned about it per se, but from that critical, you definitely think there is some sort of tension between them, possibly. But then she starts talking about you, and how you bought painting and so on, and he also talks about how he had met with some people from America today for a meeting, and he said this was quite interesting, given they've come all the way over from America. But particularly when she mentions you, he goes, "Oh, that's interesting. I believe another French lady called the Foundation a few weeks ago, asking questions. But I don't know if it's the same person. It might be a coincidence. But thank you for telling me." And she says, "I am happy to keep this lady entertained." And he seems happy with this as well.
Okay, so so I'm actually just going to sort of wander back down the corridor a bit, back towards the shop, just to emphasize how I couldn't have possibly heard a thing.
Also, Jason, I'm sorry. Could you spell the place where Gavigan is going?
Yes, of course. You're not. Yeah, it seems like it's maybe another language. You don't know what it is.
Misra. All right.
It's pronounced Misra.
Misra. Yeah. All right.
How do you spell it? Because I didn't know what it was either before I read the book. What the hell is that? Miser?
Thank you.
Yes, Misra House.
It sounds like someone trying to say Miss and Mister all at the same time and getting tongue-tied.
Miser.
Was that? Or possibly Misery House.
Oh no, I'm not going there.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of head back towards the door. By that point, this staff member has gone up, and you hear him knocking. And yeah, you hear a bit of commotion. They're obviously a bit annoyed that he's interrupting them, and you think he's explaining why you're there and so on. And yeah, I mean, are you going to wait for them to come down, or are you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I do believe that if I can't hear anything from the window, I'm getting the hell out of there.
Fine. Yeah, fine. I mean, what I'll say is maybe barely you heard the sound of somebody walking back towards the entrance of the shop, but that's it. So yeah, I feel that's fine. You can head back over the wall.
Yeah, I'm getting the help of a crate if I can.
Yeah, there's plenty of. It's not like properly intact crates, but yeah, you're a tall guy, so
yeah, just because of my physical condition.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so you head on back into the alleyway to meet back up with Perry, and it takes a little bit of time, Francoise, but eventually, just Zafra comes out.
Hello, I was carrying this blasted painting back and I thought, you know what? I saw myself outside your shop. I thought, you liked it. Why not have it? I will give it to you as a gift. It saves me carrying it home. It was pure coincidence. I did not know your shop was on this street.
Well, yes, of course it is. I'm still busy with this supply, I'm afraid.
Oh, I understand that it is fine. I'm not it. It just saves me the hassle of carrying the damn thing.
I don't really know what to do with it.
Well, it is a lovely piece. You hang it up on a wall. It is a painting. It is what it is.
Yes, of course. I'll need. It's quite a large painting, however. I will need to.
That's why I thought I'd just give it to you. It is. It's a lovely thing. It's worth hundreds of pounds.
You went from French to Italian real fucking quick.
Yes, well, maybe I can get somebody to look at it and appraise it when I have a moment.
It is a cheaply painting. It is worth hundreds anyway. It is a gift.
Oh, right.
This is what I'm saying. It was just a hassle to carry. And I saw your shop. I saw you right here. I thought, why not? I do not need it. I have another Shipley myself.
Right. Yes. Well, thank
we are
you.
all friends here after all, are we not?
Yes, of course. Yes. Yes. So, I mean, sorry, I didn't expect you to be here. It's been a little bit of a.
No, it was pure coincidence that I was struggling to get this thing on.
Fine. Yeah, so she kind of she basically just gives the painting to Edjo, he's called, who takes it into, I think, the back somewhere for now. Well, if there's nothing else, Miss LeBlanc.
Of course not. No, I can now go about my business without having to carry that thing to my hotel, then come back into town. It's just crazy. Enjoy the painting. I hope you like it. If you do not, just sell it. I would not be offended.
Well, if I'm really honest, it's not really to my taste.
No,
I may sell it on, but I'll see if it fits somewhere nice on the wall.
Okay. Au revoir. Or as they say in my country, goodbye. And I leave.
Okay. Okay.
And then I tell the others what I overheard.
Mm-hmm.
And also that we've got to meet at those arches at midnight. Somebody mysterious, a note given to me by a dancer. But I think now I am less inclined to investigate the shooting, but it would be nice to speak to the person who shot him to find out why. But he is clearly playing us.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, also, I don't actually see that much of a point to talk to someone who's being institutionalized. I believe that's more useful to talk to some of the usual at the Diamond's Back Club. Oh my god, that's hard to say. And to see if they knew him and if they knew his reasons rather than talking directly to him in the first place.
We could try speaking to the people at this club, but the problem is they could be friends, they could be not, and we check them out, and it takes time. What I would like to know is why did the person try to shoot him? I'd like to hear that from the horse's mouth. Or his own, whichever is easier.
Yeah. I do believe
I saw that joke coming as well. The minute you said horse's mouth.
Yeah, given the time, I believe that we may go to the Diamond's Back Club to ask questions around. At midnight, we go to your appointment, to your rendezvous.
Yes,
and then tomorrow morning we may go to the asylum.
Is that why this man is? This shooter is in the asylum?
Is being institutionalized. So
is he?
Bear in mind you don't know that yet. Only Winston.
Oh no! Right. Sorry. That was so meta of me.
You were paying attention. But yeah. Speaking of which, do you head back to Winston first because you know that he's made a call to Mickey at the Cavendish?
Yeah, I believe that's reasonable.
Okay, right. Let me see if the Daily Mirror still had the article. So, let's see. Very good. So, just before you get there, Mickey turns up at the Cavendish, Winston.
Excellent.
And presumably, actually, no, it might depend on what you want. Do you kind of talk in the bar area, or would you rather talk?
I'm going to talk in a quiet corner of the bar.
Quiet corner of the bar, not a problem.
I will have a cup of coffee, and he will have his first libation.
Absolutely.
From what will be his bottle.
I've just realised I haven't put these in the thing. I haven't got them ready. Hold on a second. That's odd because I thought I had them. Never mind. No. Unless I've got them in there or something. I don't know. But anyway. So yes, he comes in. He almost brandishes this article at you. He looks very kind of pleased himself. Maybe because he's earned himself a whole bottle of really nice ass whiskey. You don't know. But he says, "Yes, good evening, my friend. I have
come and have a seat.
I have information for you that I'm sure that you'll be pleased to hear." And he gets out this article, passes it over on the table. And this is what it says. Excuse me. Although I need to double check when it was actually. Hold on a second. Where is it in all my stuff being open? This was from 1921, this article. And there we go. Okay, so it says Bayswater man arrested. Adam Cross, presumably Adam Cross informs Hugh Tilesman, formerly of Bayswater, was taken into custody by the Metropolitan Police today after an attack upon members of a Tottenham Court Road club. According to witnesses, Mr. Tilesman entered the Diamondback Club, apparently with a pistol concealed on his person. In the club's common room, he fired upon another club member, but was quickly restrained by several other members, as well as the staff. Metropolitan officers soon removed Mr. Tilesman from the premises. During the earlier scuffle, he received an injury to his arm. No one else was injured in the attack. Tilesman, a 42-year-old banker, apparently sought to do injury to one Edward Gavigan, aged 49, acting director of the Penhew Foundation, the noted London Centre of Egyptological Research. According to one witness, Tilesman called out to Gavigan before he fired, suggesting that he was Tilesman's intended target. Tilesman, a widower, lost his family in a house fire in a previous year. A source with the Metropolitan Police described Mr. Tilesman as irrational and indicated that he required sedation once in custody. In addition to the charges related to his attack against Mr. Gavigan, this reporter has learned that Tilesman will also be charged with vandalising the Sudan Memorial in Banneker Park, in Bayswater. The damage to the monument, inflicted with a hammer, is said to be minor and will be repaired readily. Curiously, Tilesman was the president of the Banneker Park Memorial Committee, for which he received a commendation from the Metropolitan Council.
Okay, definitely need to speak to him.
Do you mind putting it in the drive?
Yes,
because
I'm doing that right now.
I heard your audio on my hand fading in and out, so I want to read that
There you
again.
go.
Just a second.
There you go.
Thank you very much. The best keeper ever.
I know I am.
I'm also a GM.
Who isn't here?
Well, yes, true. Yes. So that is what is in the article. And he's quite happily kind of swirling his whiskey around, taking a good few whiffs. He's very pleased with this. So, is that the kind of information you were looking for, Mr. Greene?
Very much so. Do you have any information as to where he ended up?
Yes, I did double check that. Apparently he is still there. Let me just double check where it is. The Marlborough Asylum. The Old Fitzgerald Mansion in Hackney. Then again, I don't know if you know where that is, given your accent. I don't know how long you've been in here, been in London before.
No.
Temple Mill Road, just off there.
I'm sure I will find it.
What was the guy's name? I'm just updating the corkboard.
It is
Hugh Tilesman.
Tilesman, yes. I'll put it in here. Marlborough Asylum. Hackney. He does kind of give you a little bit of a gleaming eye and says, just be careful you know where your wallet is in Hackney.
I'll bear that in mind. Marlborough, does it specialize in particular proclivities, or is it just a general psychiatric asylum?
I don't know.
I was wondering I was wondering if it housed specifically those found to be unfit who had committed criminal acts, or whether it just took in anyone.
I don't know. You need to ask them.
I certainly will. Information about the Diamondback Club?
Well, Gavigan was, of course, a regular. Well, I'm assuming he still goes there, unless he's been traumatized. But yes, lots of people like him in his ilk. Lots of money swirling around. Like I said, there's some gambling there. I don't know the exact address, but I can tell you roughly where it is in Tottenham. And he says it's sort of off Frith Street. And
my associates will be, I'm sure, due back any moment. We will be having dinner, of course. You're more than welcome to join us.
Oh, very good. I certainly will. And are you going to be picking up the tab, Mr. Greene?
I would say, given the quality of the information, I think I can see myself to a modest meal on your behalf.
He kind of gives you a friendly shove and says, "Aye, that's what I like to hear."
Yes, you did hear the word modest.
Aye, fine. I'll just have a steak.
That was the if anyone else has questions of him, you're going to have a chance to get him and ask him.
And speaking of which, as he's kind of talking about steak or what else he's going to be eating, I'll say the rest of you come in at this point. -1 painting.
Yes. So I do believe that we fill Winston in about our findings and the next steps to take.
Or more likely your hearings rather than your findings.
I'm sorry?
Your hearings rather than your findings.
Francoise hearing. I'm deaf.
Yeah. And finding. I did both. I am very versatile.
Well, it seems to me at the moment we can't trust either of them particularly.
No, they are playing us. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mr. Tilesman might be able to shed some light. That's rather going
unless
to depend.
Shafik is double playing Gavigan. Still, I don't see the purpose of it.
You see Mickey looking a little curious at your conversation, and in fact, at one point when you mention Gavigan, he starts taking out his notebook.
No.
Write less, eat more. Have another drink.
That's off the record, mate.
Hey, no, he couldn't. We promised him we could report this if we have finished putting ourselves in danger first. After we have finished, he can of course report it.
Yes.
He's our journalist here.
Yes,
he's doing
you can
us
have
favor,
the
we do him
exclusive.
favor. But
I did say specifically it needs to be an exclusive for the scoop.
Of course, we have no objection to this. It is fine. You can take notes. Just do not publish whilst we are still potentially in danger.
Yeah, just
wait
not
to finish.
Jeopardize our work.
Well, how am I supposed to know if you're in danger or not? Are you going to give me semaphores?
Here's the thing. If we're all dead, then we're no longer in any danger.
We will let you know otherwise.
That's
it
one
raises
way to put it.
It raises the question of whether the basement actually is full of these crates or not.
A thought occurs. It may be a bit of a left field thought, but these spices they were arguing over, it makes me wonder if they could this be this drug that Shipley was?
What spices? The Shipley drug was made by the Lizard Man.
I guess I'm looking for connections.
There was no discussion of spices. It is just she is a front of a spice importer, but it is clearly bollocks.
Meld.
I may have an enlightenment. I don't know.
I think he's looking at the cork board.
Yeah, I am. Definitely, but I can't find what I'm looking for. So please go ahead.
I had that problem earlier. It's there's a lot going on that board.
There's too much going on this board.
Oh,
you won't be saying that soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're seeing it now.
I mean, actually, Jason, you can help me because I can't
I can help you.
find it.
What you're looking for?
The import-export firm that we went in New
Emerson.
York.
Well, Emerson, yeah.
Emerson, yeah.
What about him?
They were receiving stuff from Africa, from Kenya specifically, for the Juju house.
Yes.
What if they are also part of shipping and stuff about crates to Empire Spices as well?
There could be a connection there, both import companies. This is true.
I'm smart. Yes. I have no proof of what I'm saying, but I'm smart.
It's two places with crates that get moved around.
Linked together.
Thank you for putting me down that harshly. Thank you so much.
Jason, we are finding connections in places that the campaign setting never thought there were.
You have linked together to disparate things via the sector of business they operate in whilst investigating something of the same nature. Well done.
You never know. You might be onto something.
All right.
I think we definitely need to speak to Mr. Tilesman. I don't know how. Depending on how coherent he is, we might not get much out of him. But
do we know what policeman investigated this shooting?
It's the Metropolitan.
Won't be Barrington by any chance, would it?
I mean, it might be, but their Metropolitan is big, so.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was a few years ago. I don't know if he was there.
What was the name of that assistant? Ejo,
yeah.
I mean, guys, as a plan of action, as steps of things we want to do, we are going to the Diamonds Back Club. We are going to the Francoise appointment. We see if we can get a hold of Tilesman to maybe get some sanity out of his head. Then I was thinking that maybe me or Perry or both may go to the Empire Spice because actually Shafik didn't see us. Because, I mean, Francoise was the only one directly talking at her. And Winston just got to sit on a table beside them. Perry and I, on the other hand, were just browsing the room, the people faces and stuff. So that's, I mean, we are new to that setting, we could say. So maybe find this link with the Emerson or whatever that we may find.
Yeah. My only quibble with that, and it's my only quibble, I think the rest is sound. My only quibble is I would rather we spoke to Tilesman first, if for no other reason than he might give us an insight to the Diamondback Club. The Diamondback Club could be nothing more than where the shooting happened and have no other significance. But Tilesman might have a different view of that, and I don't want to go in blind.
So you say going there prepared?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works better, I suppose.
The rest of it I think is sound. I think we should get some information. As I say, the Diamondback Club could be completely on the up and up and have no interest in anything other than the fact it just happened to the place where the shooting happened. And it could be completely irrelevant to everything else. And if that's the case, great. It means we can just walk in there and ask a few questions and be happy about it. But
what I believe we are on the same page is that the Shafik lead is burnt. I mean, there's no actually point to ask her anything else about anything related to Gavigan. But
it
we
could
found...
be good. So I was going to say it could be a good way to feed false information to Gavigan if we need to.
Yeah.
And we found out where the £1 bill came from. Because if at Diamondback there's some gambling going on, that's a reasonable place for the bills to come from.
So I was right about the fact that he was using it as in a gentleman's club. I was just wrong about how he was using it in the gentleman's club.
Yeah, I mean, you were close. You were definitely close.
Well, maybe he is actually losing money and he is embezzling from his institute. It is still for me an unanswered question, but it is not a question that I don't want to follow the money, as it were.
I think this meeting at midnight is necessary. I think Tilesman is necessary.
That's compulsory. That's not necessary.
Yeah.
Mandatory.
Even better word.
No, Tilesman.
You're muted, Phil.
Yeah, sorry. While Mahoney's at dinner with us, can I just ask him, once he's gone through all this information he gave to Winston...
He's now scoffing the steak that you've put in front of him.
And slowly drinking himself silly.
Modest steak.
What wound did Tilesman on his arm? What kind of wound to his arm did he get?
Presumably a bruise or some sort. There might have been a knife injury. I'm not sure, actually.
For fuck's sake.
Oh,
all right. I guess we will find out when we meet him.
Just out of interest, just as it's been brought up, have you heard of this Miser House?
Miser
House.
He kind of looks if you write it down because he won't ask you to spell it. And
I spell it out, man. It's an odd spelling. I could.
Given the fact that it is English, because we have no clue whether that's English or another language.
No, that's not a word.
Yeah.
I suspect it is where Gavigan is doing his trips in his car.
Yeah.
That may be reasonable.
He might have a country house.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. More importantly, I'm more thinking about what he gets up to in his country home. Maybe that's where he needs the £1 singles.
Perhaps that's where he's having the other items he's not showing shipped to.
Could be. Whilst Zafir sends us to the basement, and it turns out it maybe even does not have a basement. Maybe it is really going to this miser house. We need to find it.
Yes, because I'm very well aware of what happened the last time we went into a basement.
Gavigan still does not know me. We know he's going at some point next week. Perhaps I can get a car and follow him, but we don't know when next week.
Perhaps we could try to make another appointment with him and probably maybe just suggest different dates and try to find out when he's not available for a few days.
Oui, that may work.
That could work.
Just ask his secretary when he is free for a follow-up meeting.
And he said,
Yes.
Thursday.
Just ask. ask for as many dates, so pretend to be a secretaries and just say, oh, right, these are the dates my guy has, what dates do your guy have, go like that.
Okay, interesting. I hope you're writing all these ideas down, by the way.
No, of course not. We have players.
I'm writing them in ThinkPad.
I mean, what's the fun part if you write everything down?
Fair enough. No, the only reason why I'm thinking that is because I was thinking of calling a break here.
Absolutely. Yeah. I drank a coffee earlier and soon it would be spilled over my keyboard after it was in the toilet.
Yeah.
By the time we get back, we'll have a whole new set of ideas.
Au revoir, or as we say in my country, I'll be back in a moment.
Wow. Yes. Hello, Stephen. Bonus die. Yeah. It's not helping. I could have done with a bonus die or two during your campaign. It might have made a small scintilla of a difference. But I think I still would have been beaten, bloodied, and broken. That was a good game, though. This one's a right complex little twisty little bugger, which I'm enjoying thoroughly, but it's a twisty old thing. But it is good. Hope everyone out there watching it is enjoying it as well. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hello, I am back.
Hello.
Listen carefully, I will drink this only once.
Good.
Oh là là, Françoise, comment ça va?
I'm fine. Oh, sorry, oui bien, merci. Et tu?
Très bien. Très bien.
That wasn't Spanish, you muppet, that was French.
It was. You said we bien too.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
said muy bien.
That was Spanish, wasn't it? Oops.
I do know some Spanish, you know.
Oh, God, so many languages in my head that I know so badly.
Bien, merci. Et toi?
The rest of the players are running a pool of which European countries you don't actually do an accent for Francoise.
Well, I've been holding off the Italian because I didn't want to be accidentally racist.
No, Giorgio said you already hit that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was accidental.
You went there real fucking quick. If you want the painting, take the painting. It's a very nice painting. You can put it on the wall.
Cavallo.
You said cavallo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means?
Holy crap.
No, cavallo means horse.
Ah, okay.
Cavolo
Close.
means bollock.
Cavallo. Oh, I was close. It's just in the accent.
Ish. Ish.
So what's stronzo or stronza? Which is it?
Piece of shit.
Yeah, for you it's going to be stronza because that's got the feminine inclination, right? And I want to really insult you, so...
Yeah,
you know,
if I am somehow in some occasion referring to you as say stronza, whether if I'm referring to myself, it's stronzo.
Mm-hmm. Stupid languages with genderized words that aren't related.
Yeah, that's one of the points that I was gonna tell Jason. Was it yesterday? Yeah, that my English brain completely shut down, and Italian is way more difficult than English.
It's trying to Polish to have 10 genderized grammatical contexts.
Yeah,
German has
I
declination.
will only say this about English.
I mean, English is perfectly fine. You can pretend you know how to speak English.
Yeah.
There's no grammar to know. There are basically two rules, some irregular verbs, and then you're gone. You're done. You know English.
Yeah. O-U-G-H.
Huh.
O-U-G-H.
O-U-G-H. There's several different ways that particular 4 letters sound depending on the word.
Yeah. That's one of the most difficult things to manage.
There's
enough.
Cough.
I thought it would be rough to plough through the slough, though it was falling into the loft that left me thoroughly coughing and hiccuping.
Hiccuping hasn't got it in there.
Yeah, but there was a lot of O-U-G-H.
Yes. Oh, well, there is that. There was that poem with all the homophones and homonyms in and stuff.
Hang on, I can't put the link in the public chat, but I can put it in the private. There you go. So hiccuping, hiccuping.
You don't want me to read that, right?
Go on.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
No, don't put him on the spot like that.
No. I'm gonna give you a tongue teaser then, an Italian tongue teaser. I thought it would be rough to. Is that plow or pluff?
Plow.
Pluff like that.
Welcome to English.
No, I'm not native. I'm gonna say it until the day I die, and I'm not native. Though it was falling in the laugh that left me thoroughly coughing and coughing. No, right? I fucked up somewhere. Yes.
I thought it would be rough to plough through the slough, though it was falling into the loft that left me thoroughly coughing and hiccuping.
Thoroughly.
I think Steve nailed it on the head there.
Sorry?
I think Steve's nailed it on the head there. In the chat.
Welcome to Butchering EU Languages by POG2.
Astor. One thing I've just thought of, if you do want to go and see if you can speak to Tilesman, given it is now around 7 o'clock, it's probably going to be past visiting hours.
Yeah, that's a tomorrow thing.
I was wondering if it was worth keeping a watch on Empire. Shit, I want to say chemicals, but it's Batman. Spices,
yes.
In case there's something going on there after hours, perhaps.
All right, so resuming things, are we going to the Diamond's Back Club as of now? Or we just wait for the rendezvous?
It is a question of whether we want to speak to this inmate first or whether we go...
I don't think that, given the time, we are able to speak with the talisman fella.
We could
also, if we go to the Diamond's Back Club now, we burn our cover for the next time we're going there.
Yeah.
And also, let us not forget, we have to go to this Derwent still, with there's another mystery there.
We have to go
Just
where?
Just to remind you, yes, there is Derwent, with the werewolf you think is up there. But also...
Wouldn't it be great if Miser House was up that way?
But also, just to remind you, it may be nothing, you may not want to do this, but Zahra also mentioned that Gavigan takes the train up to Derby. Occasionally. It is on the court board. I have put it there, but just so you remember.
Yeah, my sense of England geography is shit, though. So I don't actually know where Derby is in comparison to the. I just saw the pew pew emojis.
Has someone written pew pew?
Yes. Derby is north of Birmingham.
Derby.
Southeast of Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't know whether it is related to this werewolf stuff or was it
not
closer to London.
So
the Derwent stuff is near Manchester.
Well, they're all in Derbyshire, but the difference is that Derwent is pretty much right up north in the county, so even sort of nearest to Sheffield, the Peak District, whereas Derby itself is right in the south of that county, so it's still a good train journey away, sort of thing.
Here's a Redfield Leap.
So it's closer from here, but not that close.
It's close to what, sorry?
No, I mean, the two locations are closer to each other that they are from here, but not that close together.
Link in the chat will show you.
Yeah, roundabout. So the closest by far is Derby, and it sounds like trains are fairly easy given Gavigan does them, but you don't know how, what trains run all the way through the Peak District or what have you. Unless you go to, I don't know, have a look at a map or something.
All right. Yes.
No, I stated again for emphasis. Left field leap. Is Gavigan the werewolf?
We do not know it is a werewolf.
These aren't sounding like the things you come across in South America, are they?
Told you we will go. We will work our way through every possible.
No, it's fascinating. It's fascinating seeing your lines of thinking.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm up to you.
Well, I think we've got to go to Francoise's midnight meeting.
Yes, yeah. I know he definitely wants to go to that.
No.
We could split.
I think they
could go to the sanatorium and talk to Tal.
The next day, yeah, because it's too late now, so we can't really do much if we're going to go to this meeting. We need to talk to the guy in the hospital tomorrow. And then
Yes.
Club the night after if you want to.
Okay, so you're thinking Diamond Black Club tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Meiser House is in Derwent.
Yeah, we should find that out.
Yeah.
Somehow.
It'd be great if we had some sort of investigator who could look into the... Oh, hi, Mickey.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, this whiskey is lovely, but I'm going to need something more than that.
You got whiskey and a meal.
I did.
And you're going to get
like I said, I've never heard of this miser house thing.
Being such an obscure name, I'm sure it'd be reasonably easy for a man of your talents to track down information on it.
Yeah.
I keep up the flattery.
All we need to know is
I will keep up the flattery, don't worry, and there'll be a £10 in it for you if you can.
Oh, how much of that are you intending to pay to me up front?
How about the dinner? You shut up.
I go to the bar.
Of course, I'm joking.
I go to the bar.
Yes.
Talk to the barman, get another bottle of whiskey.
Okay. Same one?
Yes.
Okay.
Head back to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Place it gently in front of him and say, "There's your upfront fee, tenner when you get the information."
So this man is chugging whiskey bottles.
Well, he kind of puts that away for keepsake.
All right.
But he's been very liberal with the other beverages you've been getting him.
Yeah, I don't mind.
And how long do I have to get this information for you?
Sooner rather than later.
a couple of days.
If that,
we need the
ideally
information
faster.
Yeah.
And do you think this place could be up in the Peak District?
It's possible.
We don't know.
We don't know. We hope it.
Yes.
We're
At the very latest, it will be before Gavigan departs. We know he is going next week.
Yes, but you didn't know when exactly, you said.
Not know when exactly, we just know it will be next week. We are going to try and find an exact day that he will be out and not available for appointments.
God almighty. Okay.
And if possible,
think of the money. And he kind of sort of looks up a bit.
Listen out in the bar. Can I hear anyone with a French accent anywhere in this bar?
Oh, yes, you mentioned this to me on break. Give me a luck roll. Did you actually pass it? No, okay. No, unfortunately. There's a few different languages going on, a few accents, but not French.
I will keep trying on another day.
Yes, once per day. Yeah, okay, so he kind of finishes his meal, takes home, you think, this other bottle of whiskey. And yeah, he keeps saying, think of the money, 10 glorious pounds. I see what I can do.
I know is quite a lot. It's probably if not his entire week's wages, it's a good chunk of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's more likely to be like 2 weeks worth, maybe even a bit more.
I'm giving
That's
him
a lot of money.
Well, I mean, if it turns out if the information is good, it's worth its weight in gold. So I don't mind paying a bit for it. quite frankly.
Well, fortunately, you have the money.
Well, what can I say? I'm rich, talented, and extremely modest.
He's going, so.
Yes.
Ooh, that's about £6,323.57p in today's money.
Ah.
Wait, no, my apologies. I put an extra 0 on for some reason. I don't know how I did that.
That sounds more like it, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still 630 quid. I mean, come on.
It sounded like a guy that hired a boat in a D&D game once.
Yep, I
Sounded like a what?
Sounded like a bloke that hired a boat in a D&D game once.
Yeah, do you remember? Do you remember? The boat fiasco. Oh yes, I'll give you, what was it, 3 gold pieces.
Steve just pointed out that because I couldn't hear a French accent, he's like, so not a single French accent.
Yourself over the noise. Okay. So I have made a roll in secret. So let's see how he gets on. But in the meantime, yeah, you got your meeting at midnight. I know you mentioned possibly watching Empire Spices. Is that maybe still on the cards, or are you just wanting to move forward?
Area, isn't it? It's in the same sort of area as this meeting.
It's literally the same street. So,
well, in that case, are we all going to this meeting then? Safety numbers and all that.
Yeah. I believe that Francoise should be alone under the arch, while the other 3 of us look over her from a distance.
okay.
Should I wear a billboard that says "rape me"?
So, I think we then have to discuss what the safe distance would be. I'm thinking the Cavendish Hotel.
I beg your pardon, Winston. Safe distance from Francoise, not for us. We are there to ensure she makes out of it safe.
I don't think we're going to get away with shotguns, so Winston, you need to remember your pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll be there. Wear some darker clothes, because I reckon between darker clothes and darker skin, I could probably step into the shadows and pretty much make myself invisible without trying.
Natural camouflage.
I'll just hide under the street lights.
Where you get them.
I beg your pardon?
I said, I'll take the positives where I can get them.
Yeah.
Then fail your stealth roll and hide under a street light.
Absolutely. Yeah,
like
that'd be just about how it works. I'll be the one with the billboard saying, "Hey, I'm watching you."
That'll go well with my billboard.
Absolutely, between the two of us,
So you are intending to have a little look at Empire Spices.
Yes, we can arrive a little early, take a little look at that, but I'm not expecting much to be going on there, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither, but I believe it's worth it to have a look of the location before the showdown is on.
Yeah, slightly more importantly, just from a security point of view, if we're worried about alliances now, then we need to keep one eye on these arches, one eye on the Blue Pyramid, and one eye on the flipping Empire Spices in case there's unfriendlies in any of those locations.
Fortunately, there's 4 of you.
Well, perhaps seeing Winston's got the gun, if he watches Francoise, then
I believe it's better if Winston gives you the gun.
With mass shooting, it would be dangerous for him.
I mean, I can be the one looking over at the Blue Pyramid and the Empire Spices since they're close together.
So just so we're clear, you want the person who Francoise consistently calls an imbecile armed, watching.
I call you all imbecile. What is your issue here?
Yeah, you're being called so just.
Earlier on, I see Arthur and Perry trying to listen to what the sheik is trying to say. They're outside the shop. She's inside. They never thought to go in. Talk about stupid.
What a dumb fucks we are, Perry, huh?
Like, who's going to be sort of watching over what? I think it's smart to have the person with the gun, whichever it is. I mean, I can happily hand the gun off to somebody else if they want to be the one looking out for Francoise. But I agree. One of us should be looking at the Blue Pyramid, and one of us should be looking at the Empire Spices.
Yeah, the Blue Pyramid and the Empire Spices are close together on the same road, so one may cover them both, while the other two, I do believe, are more necessary around Francoise. So I may, as I said, look after what's going on around the two locations.
Okay.
While maybe Perry stays from a distance with the gun if something goes sideways, and Winston may hide in the shadows like an edgy rogue.
Right under that convenient street light.
Yeah, the neon one.
That neon one.
Really, in 1925?
Yeah. What I mean is that who's not holding the pistol should be in close proximity just to hear what's going on.
I believe I lost my pistol when I entered the country, so I mean, I still got my Bowie knife, so.
Yeah, that's why I suggested that Winston gives you his. Because my firearm is stuck at customs.
It is. But yes, Winston does still have his pistol.
Yeah, it's 38 automatic. I actually miscalled it a revolver last week. It is actually an auto.
So does this plan work for you?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. I believe we should go to the appointment meeting place around half an hour earlier.
Half an hour early, okay.
If that works for you. I'm just, I don't know, having a smoke outside of the club.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to get well ahead of time. Because we
could actually go to the club, and then we could leave half hour early, or 20 minutes earlier. You know, just walk up to the artist when it is time.
No,
I mean, believe
it's not my idea. Yeah, but just arriving bang on 12 o'clock. No, we need to scope it.
Okay,
also, I do believe that if Shafik is double playing us, she'll have all interest for keeping you there as much time as possible.
She doesn't know about this meeting.
We think.
And at that time, I can say it is time for me to go to sleep. Good night. So, how about we go to club, and You guys leave earlier to check the place out, scope it, make sure it is safe without me being present, so that no one is suspicious. And then when it is time, I just walk onto the sea.
Yeah. We should be outside staking it out way before time. Yeah.
You can do whatever you please. I'm not coming in the club.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to try and stake the club, stake it out as well, because if this is on the up and up, fine. If it's not, these guys are going to be ready well in time. We need to get the drop on them.
You've given me quite a lot of mental gymnastics to do. 3 locations. Okay, so so Winston and Arthur, are you sticking together at this point? So you're watching the Blue Pyramid Club from like outside somewhere?
Yeah, I mean we're going to be. We're going to walk the street basically. We're going to.
You're going to walk. Okay, yeah. Because I was going to say basically there is like an outside area of the club because the club itself is on like an upper floor, if you will. Underneath is basically like a greengrocer's, you think. So you could kind of hang out there if you want, or if you'd rather kind of go up and down the actual street. Near the street, I remembered it was called.
Walk the street and sort of get a feel for the area and get an idea of people and placements and where's the best place to actually ambush the people who are going to try and ambush us.
Okay. And Harry, remind me what you're doing. Are you going in the club?
No, I thought we should stake out just the area where the meeting was going to be. I didn't think anyone was going in the club apart from Francoise.
Okay, so it's just the 3 of you together and then Francoise. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit easier. I thought it was literally going to be like 3 different places. Okay. Cool.
Of course, we have sort of. I suppose we placed all our eggs in one basket. If Francoise walks herself into a trap in at the Blue Pyramid Club, we're all outside.
Yeah, you hear this weird music. It sounds kind of like screaming, but you don't know.
I don't know. Is that screamo or is it more like brutal death metal? I don't know.
I didn't know Miley Cyrus was an artist back in the 20s.
Oh dear. Right. So, because Francoise is going to actually be in the club, like doing stuff in there. What time are you going? Is it still going to be like just before, or what?
Well, we need time to scope it. So if you're going in, we need to be. I reckon we need to be there a good half hour before.
I was thinking an hour.
An hour? Okay.
I believe that. Well, doesn't change much. Yeah, it's fine. An hour is fine.
An hour. Mm-hmm.
This is, I mean, the best case scenario, what we're attempting here is complete overkill.
Don't mind me.
Completely unnecessary. Worst case scenario, well, there's. Thanks for watching, guys. We died with our boots on.
Or the worst case is we're all outside when Francoise gets killed inside.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's deal with.
So bad. Becky just shared the street view of the Warders Road, Murd Street, whatever that's called. And I miss the UK so much. Fucking yes. I was planning on coming to London this summer, but shit went sideways and I didn't. Well, next year, hopefully. Sorry.
That's cool. Yes, let's deal with Francoise in the club first. Is there anything particularly that you want to do while you're in there, or are you just planning to
No, I'm literally just hanging out. I'll have a couple of drinks, not too much. And really, I'm just kind of killing time. But I will talk to people whilst I'm in there. I just want to, I'm just going there, and then I'm just going to leave when it is time, so that I can get to the arches on time.
Okay.
Okay, I've just realised something. Wardour Street's fucking huge.
It is.
Well, the actual club is on Mead Street, I believe. On Mead Street.
You kind of placed everything on the same road tonight, and the business card said Wardour Street.
Good. So. A freaking map here. Yeah. So Wardour Street's the one going north to south to Oxford Street, and then Mead Street's about halfway down. Yes. So yes. I mean, it depends. I guess what you want to talk to people about. You do see again. You think the owner kind of running around a bit like a headless chicken, making sure everyone's happy. He has kind of a thin pencil mustache. He's definitely you think Egyptian or close to it. Quite an overweight, almost a completely bald gentleman. It's another busy night. Even though, actually, what day is it? Thursday is, it's still busy. Music, dancing in the ballroom, of course, as before. Again, similar clientele to last night. So quite a lot of Egyptians, also white people. You are asked to show your membership card, which presumably you do at the door. And then, yes, they welcome you. So, yeah, is there anything particular you're trying to gauge out?
No, just I'm just socializing. If I see that dancer, though, I'll check out what she's doing. The one who put the note in my hand, if she's around.
Yeah, you do see her. She is one of the ballroom dancers. So she dances all kind of like a belly dancer sort of moves. That kind of slightly mysterious style, and lots of people are kind of oogling at her and others. In fact, there's a couple of younger guys who get a little bit too handsy and kind of like smacked off by the owner.
Does she notice me at all, though? That's the important question. Because, like, psychologically, if she sees me and she notices me, then that's her looking to me. But if she was just handed this note and got paid a few shillings or whatever to give it to me, that's dismissive, just moved on, she'll have forgotten about it already.
Make me a psychology roll. You can definitely see she's looking around as she's...
That is a hard pass.
You think she's trying not to make it obvious that she's seen you, but yeah, she sees you. She sort of gives you eye contact maybe for a second before moving her head somewhere else.
Okay, interesting. So it's probably her
then. Yeah, there's one guy, like I said, in particular, who you think maybe he's a bit drunk, but he kind of gets way too close to one of the dancers, so he's pulled off by one of the security and actually taken outside. The three of you, yeah, you kind of see this in passing, like you hear the sound of somebody being thrown out. But yes, you have a nice time. You've locked eyes with the dancer. Yes, so moving back out to outside. So yeah, you see this happen. But yeah, you're kind of, I guess, walking the streets a bit, pacing up and down. It's busy out here. It is a busy street. Lots of eateries are open, lots of music going on, noise, etc. Various groups of people kind of hanging out outside, smoking, drinking, etc. Again, the clientele is mostly Egyptian. There is some, you think maybe Indian or possibly Pakistani people here. And again, white people as well. It's quite sort of diverse. You think maybe more bohemian type white people coming here, though, given it's Soho. Let's see. Let me just give a quick roll. Okay. Out of the three of you, who has the lowest luck?
Yeah, that'll be me.
Yep. Winston, can you give me a luck roll?
Sorry, guys. I just wanted to say it was a pleasure working with you. Not even close.
Okay. So, it is quite noisy. There's lots of different groups. You can't really see anybody sticking out like a sore thumb or like waiting in ambush. But you're kind of given a few slightly funny looks. Maybe it's just because they're not
I'm Irish
or something like that. Oh yeah, because you're Irish, absolutely. But anyway, yeah. So you're walking up the street and you kind of get to Empire Spices, and you can see there's definitely some rooms above the main shop area. The lights appear to be on. And I mean, you can't really see much if you look up because there's sort of veiled curtains, but you can try and give me a spot hidden roll if you want.
I will certainly
Just Winston or all of us?
Any of you who happens to be looking that way. So yeah, give me all of you.
Spotted the nearer come. Ooh, extreme pass.
Okay.
Yep, extreme pass as well.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. Yes, so you definitely see movement up there. It appears to be a single person. And there's some sort of slightly red shimmering going on, just kind of not off screen, but you know what I mean? So it's kind of at the side. So something is kind of illuminating this sort of red in there. And it happens a few times, and then it goes out quite quickly, as do all the lights upstairs.
Okay, either she had a coal fire that suddenly went out,
or something frisky is going on up there.
It could be something extremely frisky. We are in a large cosmopolitan city. We could be amongst the heathens.
Was this first floor, did you say, Jason? Or was it higher than that?
There's only one floor, so yeah, first floor, upper floor.
There's no way of getting in there unless you break in, so.
No, I'm...
There's a couple of ways. Without getting caught, I believe there's none.
With regards to geography here, Jason, where is this flat with relation to Empire Spices and the Blue Pyramid? I mean,
so
could it all be in one line of sight?
Not really, no. It's a bit too far. So the flat is directly above Empire Spices.
Right.
And like I said, it's just the one floor. Yeah, basically Empire Spices is just kind of on the corner of the next street up on Wardour Street, so you couldn't really see both together, not given the distance.
Okay, this I had rather hoped that we would be able to have one spotter look at both locations. This isn't doable, which means we either have one spotter turning their head all night, or we have two spotters, one on each, which means there's only going to be one shadowing Francoise during a meeting.
I don't believe that's enough.
Then we find ourselves, I mean, we can't have one spotter unless we make a very terrible decision and not watch one of the two places.
Well, once Francoise out of the pyramid, do we need to watch it?
In case someone comes out after her, yeah.
Okay, watch the blue pyramid then, I assume. That's
the only problem there is this. We've just seen this.
Yeah, but that's the more immediate danger, especially for Francoise.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll put our attention on the blue. The blue pyramid is nearer the arches anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the same street.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll put our attention on the blue pyramid and hope that lights out thing isn't something we're going to regret in the morning.
Okay. Okay. I mean, do you take a look at these archers or watch them as well? Okay.
Well, I mean, we've got one spotter on the blue pyramid. The other two will be going to the arches.
I want to get to the arches ahead of time, and I just want to harbor a dark alley or some bins to hide behind or something like that, so I can see the arches but I'm out of sight.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, the arches are quite nice. There's sort of a series of stone arches at the north end of Mead Street. There's quite a lot of dark places here. Given the architecture, there's no sort of gas lamps or anything like that even. So yeah, plenty of places where you could hide potentially, and especially in the arches, you could definitely have a private conversation in there if no one's watching. There's like most people aren't up this way either, from what you can see.
That's helpful.
But yeah, you kind of stick there. Because it's getting towards midnight, which of you are going to be watching the Blue Pyramid specifically?
I believe it might be me.
Okay. I'm not too bothered about which of us it is. If it's me watching the Blue Pyramid, then I hand off my gun to someone else.
It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm good with guns, more or less. I do believe that Perry is better.
I've got 15 handguns.
Yeah, I got 48, so we are close.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah, I'm handing my gun off to anyone else.
All right. So you want to keep an eye on the Blue Pyramid, Winston?
I'll keep an eye on the Blue Pyramid.
Okay.
All right. So the dream team is going to the arches.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find a lizard under there. Who knows?
Poor
Okay.
lizard.
So you head over there. Presumably you're going to be hiding somewhere nearby. So can you both give me stealth rolls, please?
I don't want to.
You sound surprised, Phil. I mean, come on.
Failed so badly. Well, not that badly, but badly enough.
Oh yeah, I've
Got your luck.
16.
You've got your luck that you can.
No, I don't have enough.
No. Okay. How much is your stealth overall, Arthur?
20.
20. Okay.
Heck yes. I really hope to upgrade it in the development phase if I make it out.
And what did you get? Sorry, Perry?
I got 16 from 40, so it's a hard pass.
16. Okay. Lovely, lovely. Okay. Right. So, Winston, you after a while, you do see somebody, a single figure, kind of come out from one of the side doors and head quite quickly towards the north archway. It does appear to be a female. She's got like a kind of shawl over her, but you can just see that she's got kind of like quite a fanciful skirt underneath.
Okay.
Like you see the sort of little tassels and stuff.
I don't follow. I'm not convinced that she's. Maybe I'm being terribly sexist, but I'm not assuming that she's an immediate danger.
Okay.
To two burly men, one of whom is armed.
And you was wrong.
And I was wrong.
So, Francoise, it's getting to that time of the night.
Oui, I shall head out the door. Say au revoir to the owner. And head on out.
He just sort of gives you a quick thank you, like professional thank you for coming, but then goes straight back to what he's doing.
Yep, and head out the door and walk to the arches.
And Winston also sees Francoise exiting.
Okay. I do not acknowledge my presence. If she sees me, fine, but otherwise, I'm not going to acknowledge, because what's the point in trying to sort of quietly and surreptitiously watch a place when somebody comes out? You say, "Hey, here I am." You know, kind of beats the purpose.
Having said that, Francoise, as you're heading towards the arches, you do see them, and yes, they are very dark through there. You just see Arthur's head just sticking up, like beside some bins.
I roll my eyes. I roll my eyes as I walk past him and give him a dirty look.
You don't see any sign of Perry, so you're hoping, if he is here, that he's been way more surreptitious. But yeah, Arthur is sort of comically like his head sticking up. But anyway, so
it's not my fault. It's my mom's fault.
Why is it your mum's fault?
She made me tall. She made me tall.
I'm gonna sort of scan around the arches first of all. I just want to be sure that I'm confident, because I've seen the incompetence of my teammates. So I want to look up and down the arches and just sort of peer into the darkness and make sure I'm happy.
So what do you think, pub then?
Yeah, I'm suddenly thinking pub. Yeah, God, this for a game of soldiers.
You're scanning around. Okay.
Well, if you hadn't been playing Oscar from Sesame Street, then
yeah. Give me a spot hidden roll then, Francoise. Although, given it's so dark, it'll be
it's fine. Even though I have really good spot hidden, I have failed, even without the penalty die. If I just rolled the penalty die, it would have been extreme pass.
Yeah, it's dark. That, like I said before, there's not really much lighting around here at all. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hear anything anyway, so.
So I go. The note didn't give a particular arch, so I'll just go to the first one I see and just kind of. I'll light up a cigarette.
Mm-hmm. Actually, sorry. What is your stealth overall? I should probably ask that.
My stealth?
Yeah, not your stealth. Sorry, your spot hidden.
78.
78. Ooh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
It's like my best skill for some reason.
Okay, in that case, as you get a bit closer, you think that you might be watched. Like you think you see just a little bit of movement in the darkness.
What, of the arches?
Near the archers.
Okay. Where do I see this? Where do I think I've seen this movement?
Basically at the end of the street, it kind of opens up a little bit. Mm-hmm. As you were kind of just leaving the sort of lighter part of the street, you think you maybe saw somebody kind of hiding around the corner.
Okay. So I'm going to. I pull out a cigarette, and then I search for some matches, and then I will go to where I saw the movement as if I'm just looking for someone to get some matches off, and I'll have a look around where I saw the movement and see if I can see this person.
Okay. Yeah, so you definitely see somebody after a while when you get closer. who definitely appeared to have just been standing as if possibly watching an area or something. And they look a little bit they're a bit sort of shocked to see you come up, I guess. And they don't really speak any English. It all appears to be Arabic.
I'll try Spanish.
They look a bit confused.
French?
Nope. Yeah, he kind of gets out a little matchbox and strikes one and lights it for you.
Okay, so now he knows that I've very definitely seen him because I've interacted with him. I wander off into the arches, and then hopefully Perry and Arthur saw that, so they know that I've pinpointed one, as it were. And then I head up into the arches. Okay. But I'm going to pick an arch that's out of sight from him.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Let me just check something.
I'll kind of be blowing smoke out of the arch so it's clear someone's in here.
As in order to attract the dancer, you mean?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So I'm giving a smoke signal, but I'm out of this guy's direct line of sight. And
okay. Just making sure rather than you attracting their attention. Okay, so...
yes, I'm going to send them a Morse code message via smoke signal.
I'm in here, by the way. Okay, let's see.
£20.
Okay, that's cool.
25 for extras. That's the problem with being around a nightclub. At night like this, people might mistake you from might mistake any woman that's out at that kind of night in that kind of area as...
I'm wearing my mink coat deliberately.
Yeah, it's still fairly cool.
Big posh.
Oh, yeah.
And classy. Not trashy. I don't have suspenders on for you.
Okay, so after you've done a few puffs of your cigarette, you do hear the sound of careful steps. Like, you have to listen really hard to hear them. So she's obviously quite a slippery one. But yes, out comes this this beautiful young Egyptian-looking girl. She's got the sort of big ponytail that kind of goes down one side. Like I said before, she's got kind of a shawl around her, but she's blatantly sort of still in her dance clothes. Thank you for accepting my invitation. I am Alicia.
Hello, Alicia. Is the Arabic man watching us a friend of yours?
I have seen him. Yes. No. I think he is watching us, but I don't know if he can see from here.
No, it is why I chose this arch. He should be out of earshot, but he will know that we have met.
Yes, but I saw you speak to Miss Shafik earlier today. I've seen you in the club as well with your friends. And then she kind of points out towards where Arthur was in the bins. As, is he a friend of yours?
Yes, he is one of my watchers.
No, I'm not.
Tell him he is not very good.
I know. Luckily, he is not my only one.
So, you are... why were you speaking to Miss Shafik?
I have been investigating some occurrences. Some more than one thing, actually. I have many lines of inquiry. Tell me, what do you know of... let me see. What do you know of Shafik?
She comes to the club a lot. She She is part of an organization called the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh.
I am aware of it.
It is very dangerous.
I know. I am going to tear it down, pyramid by pyramid, pharaoh by pharaoh.
Yeah. She looks quite kind of worried. They have eyes and ears everywhere.
Oui.
They hide.
I was
hide in London, plain sight.
I was trying to determine if she was indeed a member of that cult.
Yes. Yes, she is.
I have become aware of that today after meeting her.
My boyfriend, Badger, was killed by them. There were some cultists in the club and they were getting too close, making advances. He tried to fend them off and they killed him for it. And she's getting quite sort of tearful.
I am sorry for your loss.
I just want to make sure that you are being careful.
Oui, with varying degrees of competency, I say, looking toward Arthur.
Competence, sir. Yes. But you may want to know, as well as Miss Shafik, there are many cultists who come to this club. Sometimes, perhaps once a month, perhaps more, around this time, lots of them travel from here to somewhere outside of London. A truck comes here to take them there, but I do not know where it is.
Miser House.
You mean Misra?
Misra.
Ah, and she looks intrigued by this, as if she understands what it means, and that's the point where the keep looks up what it means. What does it mean? It means Egypt in Arabic.
Ah, interesting.
Seriously?
Yes. I've just checked.
Egypt, Miser. What?
Misra.
Yeah.
So, that is interesting. So it could be somewhere in London, although I thought it was in the Peak District.
No. It is outside, definitely outside of London, but I don't know where.
I think then Peak District, near Derby. Derwent.
I've not heard of this. I've only stayed in London.
I understand. Tell me, do you know a Mr. Gavigan?
Do you know what he looks like?
I'll describe him. He has a short hair, quite large ears, a squarish jaw, very angular. His nose is like this. His brow is very deep.
Yes, I have seen him sometimes. Sometimes he comes in the club, not much, and not recently.
He speaks to Shafik, yes.
Yes. I think
anybody
so.
Else?
He speaks to anybody else? I don't know. I mean, the Brotherhood is led by Miss Shafik, so maybe he is an assistant, or I don't know.
I see. Yes, okay. I was not sure if Gavigan was the head, whether she was like a priestess, or whether this Gavigan was. I'm not entirely sure of how he is connected yet, but he is head of an institute who does many expeditions to Egypt, you see.
Oh, that is interesting. Maybe she uses him for information.
Researching in digging places up, yes. That makes some sense. Okay. What do we need to know then? Do you feel safe at this club? Do you need some money to get out?
And she kind of looks around again. I think so, yes.
Very well. You will come back with me tonight, and I will get you a hotel room, and then in the morning we will sort out how to set you up somewhere else. But it would be useful to have you available for translation from Arabic for a while, if that is okay. I could hire you as a translator.
Oh, I would love to. Thank you. And as you're kind of offering that to her, and the rest of you see this as well, given your position. So Winston, obviously, you see this first, given you're further down the street. You see a car kind of drive up, and the other two of you, well, actually, the three of you, of course, you see it kind of just stop pretty close to the archers. And
it is no longer safe here.
Some people start getting out.
It is no longer safe here. Shit is about to go down.
I'm ready to get into action if shit goes sideways.
Okay. First of all, have you stepped out of the dustbin yet? Because that might impede your movement. I'm going to head sort of calmly up towards the archers now.
Calmly, okay. Yeah, Arthur, have you moved at this point, or I mean, obviously you don't really know that your head is sticking up.
No, I don't believe I'm moving. I'm just ready. If I see someone rather menacingly coming out of the car, going to Francoise and her new friend, I'm making my move.
Yeah, so there's three people, all Egyptian, come out of the car. One of them, at least, appears to be armed with just like a little club sort of thing. And yeah, they don't appear to have seen the two of you, but they make a beeline for the archers.
Okay, so we get ready to move then.
Get ready to move? What the fuck?
Let's just get ready crap.
Indeed. So
if I see them coming towards me, I will.
No, I'm going.
I'll say yes, because they're moving, and obviously it's a bit easy to see them. So yes, I'll give you a move.
Run to the Savoy Hotel. I will catch you up later. Meet me in the bar, and I come out of the archways into the light, and I'll shout at this guy because I need to attract the attention of my whole team, including Winston, who last I saw was hanging around the bloody club miles away.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just get a route to the Savoy.
I will scream at the top of my voice, "Oi, you cultist cunt, or prick, or cock." Because I want to make sure the whole damn street turns and looks.
Okay, not a problem.
Oi, cunts!
Savoy Strand.
Actually, let's look up a 1925 insult. 20 slang. Here we go.
Given that the C word is Middle English. It was definitely around then.
Also, you went from French photographer to Glasgow dockyard worker again, real fucking quick.
I thought I was kind of accidentally doing a kind of African accent in the middle of that as well.
Okay, so right, she's got a bit of a run to do. Hopefully, she's athletic. So you just like shouted it. Okay, so yeah, give me an intimidate roll.
It's both. Oh wow, 05. What's my intimidate?
I believe that's low enough.
Yeah, so I've only got default of 15, but I got 05, so that's
Hard.
still hard, isn't it?
That'd be hard, yeah.
Hard boss.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's enough. So they look quite menacing, especially with the clubs, but they do kind of stop a second as if, whoa.
Yeah.
Just for a minute, like they kind of hold their ground a bit. And yes, the two of you here, I'll say even that Winston, you know what Francoise sounds like. So yes, you hear her just scream at the top of her lungs at somebody.
So just to say, I hear a female voice saying something incredibly blunt and uncouth. And my initial thought is, yes, that will be Francoise.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. No, I'm going.
Okay.
You know that thing, Francoise, when I say about subtlety not being, we really need to work in your subtlety. Not this time. This was exactly the play to make.
So I think. Actually, no. I'm just thinking. Okay. So they kind of stop for a minute, but you think they might have seen Yalisha make a run for it. So we are officially going to go into a chase. Obviously, Yalisha's got a head start. So I need each of you. Well, actually, no, I'll just do it with them for now and her. So let's see.
Oh, I've got just the move.
Just the move. Okay.
I know what I'm going to do.
Okay, and what have they got again? They've got different things. Of course they do. Let's go with that. Oh, okay. Just a second. Chase. Okay. Right. So yeah, Yalisha's got a head start definitely, and you could certainly try and stop them. So I need initiatives, please. So your dex scores. No, just your numbers.
50.
I got a 70.
70. Yep.
Mine's a 70.
43.
Your dex is 43. Okay.
Oh no, sorry, my dex is 65. Sorry, I thought it was a roll.
That's what I thought.
Sorry, I got confused.
It's okay. 65. Yep. What's yours again, Winston?
50.
50. Okay. Well, that makes sense anyway because you're sort of further back. Okay. Yes. So, the cultists, fortunately, because of your shouting, they've kind of stopped. So, what I'll say is that Arthur and Perry, you get to act before them.
Okay, I want to step out from the shadows with my bowie and knife already drawn between
That's a good start.
and the cultists. Two of them.
Okay. What about you, Arthur?
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm just walking towards them.
Just thought, because I always forget this. Winston. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Who has the gun?
Perry does.
Perry. But you said you got your knife ready rather than the gun, yeah?
So I thought you were going to have the gun because you've not got a weapon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I missed that part because maybe my audio went funny a little.
I mean, at the moment, the only person that I don't have a weapon.
Okay.
All right. So I got my gun under my trench or jacket or whatever, and I'm ready to put it off if it is necessary.
It's necessary. Okay. Shoot.
Okay. So right. That's fine. So yeah, you're kind of you're reaching for your gun, but it's not necessary. Is what I was trying to establish. Okay, that's fine. So the two of you still go first. So I guess Perry, since you got your knife ready, you might as well go first. I'm assuming you want to attack one of them.
Yep, I'll attack the nearest one with his kosh.
Okay. They're going to try and fight back, but given they're facing the other way, they're going to get a penalty. Huh, they okay. What did you get?
That was a hard pass.
A hard pass. Okay. Right. So yeah, you managed to hit one, but as you're kind of going in, I guess you're going sort of quite deep with this knife, and you're confident. Yes, I've managed to get it. Give him what for. He does manage to bonk you a little bit on the head as well, since he also passed this roll, even with a penalty, which I'm quite surprised at. Roll your damage.
Okay, so what's my damage bonus? 1's a 7.
Ooh, okay. Right, so...
Sorry, that's not true. My
No?
damage bonus is 1d4. Oh, shit. Which is 9.
Oh, it's a 9, okay. Right, so what's...
So just to clarify for our audience, you're stabbing him and he's bonking you.
That's right.
You're the one who said he was bonking him on the head.
Absolutely. Okay, so no damage bonus. Okay.
You gain 5 sanity.
Okay. So it may be just down to the fact that he's been kind of really kind of stabbed quite deep with your beloved Mary. So you only take 1 HP. You just kind of get a bit of a bruising coming up on the shoulder. He is definitely taking a major wound. And is he staying conscious? Yes. Yes, he is. But you do get him very hard. Blood starts coming out of his chest area. Like you can kind of see it seeping into his clothes.
I'll get the knife by slashing down across his chest.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Indeed. Okay. So you're busy doing that. So basically, Perry's pretty much gone full chainsaw massacre, but with his knife. Okay. Arthur?
Yeah, I'm shooting another one.
You're shooting another one.
Yeah, supposedly if one of the 2 remaining is closer to the arches, so
yeah, sure, yeah.
I shoot that one.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Make it roll.
Given the fact if I'm in range.
Yep, that's fine. Okay, he's going to try and dodge, but again, he gets penalty given which way he's facing.
That's an hard.
Yep,
you definitely hit him, and he definitely doesn't dodge, so roll your damage.
It's 1d10.
1d10, all right. I was asking Winston, because that's not my gun.
This isn't mine.
Damage.
That's a 9.
Oh, okay.
We're doing some 9s.
So you get him square in the back. Wow.
Oi, mate, there's something coming out of her back.
He falls to the ground, sort of square in his face, and he cries out. You kind of see this happen in front of you as well, Francoise, because he's quite close to you. You think he's, from where you are, Francoise, he's just alive. He's still conscious, but Arthur's pretty much taking care of this one. And there's, of course, another one coming to you. So the third one, seeing this, is going to try and kind of get Francoise out of the way. So you can make a dodge or try and fight back, whichever you prefer, Francoise.
Kitty?
Can I say that the purring cat is the best bit of this fight?
It's great, but she was on top of my dice. Hopefully she was blessing them again.
Yes.
So this isn't the action I want to take. So do I still get a dodge if I want to do a different action?
Yeah. So you can still dodge or fight back because he's attacking you.
Okay, my dodge is a pass.
It's a pass. Okay. I mean, he misses you anyway, so he kind of tries to come down with this little truncheon type club of his. You easily get out of the way of him.
I just step past him.
Yeah.
I'm on a mission.
Absolutely.
So
yes,
they have like a baton kind of stuff.
Yeah, almost like a baton. Yeah, blackjack. Francoise, it's now your go.
So after sort of stepping past him by twirling out of the way, I then reach for the car door, open it, and jump in.
Okay. Presumably in the driver's seat.
Yep.
Run over the fuckers.
Yeah.
Au revoir.
She's about to use. She's about to. We've had stabbing, shooting,
so
vehicular
GTA.
homicide.
That's
We're doing the whole thing.
Guys.
We've
so GTAs.
We've gone from like Chainsaw Massacre, like Jason style thing to Grand Theft Auto.
No, you're totally misunderstanding. I'm not committing murder with the car. My mission is to take this car, which they could use to chase Yalisha down, and I'm going to pick her up and get her out of there.
Okay.
How boring.
I am not attacking these cultists in
boring.
Now, if I happen to run someone over as I pull away, that's a bonus. But
okay,
if it's an NPC, that's a double bonus.
Okay, so yeah, you get in, grab the door, get in. The one who missed you does see what you're doing. So can you give me a drive roll to see if you avoid him kind of trying to grab onto the car?
Okay, that wasn't as good. I don't get away quickly enough, unfortunately.
Okay, that's...
Also, I believe you are the only one with the drive skill. With some points on the drive skill. I don't know about Perry. I remember his former character didn't have neither.
I just have the base drive.
Yeah, I get base drive as well.
Yes,
yeah, me too.
So you failed that. Okay, so he does manage to open the other door and kind of try and kind of almost reach in to grab the steering wheel.
Okay.
I don't know whether you're putting the foot down or what have you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to drive it straight into a wall, so the door he's hanging out of. That's my plan.
Okay, we'll deal with that in a second then. In the meantime, Winston, you see all this carnage play out in front of you as you reach the sort of open area by the archers.
Have I reached the car?
Well, you can see the car in sort of the immediate vicinity, and Francoise is trying to wrestle this other person. You think maybe trying to crash it into a wall?
Yeah,
I wouldn't reach the car.
I'm making a beeline for the car. Specifically, I'm making a beeline for the guy trying to grab the wheel.
Ooh, that's okay.
I'm not saying I'm diving for him. I'm saying I'm heading for him.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a dex roll.
Seriously?
Yes. You're aiming for a specific part of the car, so yes.
I don't do dex.
What do you mean aiming for? He's running.
Yeah, but he's still trying to get to a
I
certain
did
point.
make it.
I
did make it. I made it by 9.
You just have your bonus die.
No, I mean I made it. I made it. 41. My bonus die lives to see another session.
Okay. It's a bit of a clumsy effort given how much the car is sort of moving around, but yeah, you managed to grab onto the little open door, and yeah, you think you can kind of clamber in and try and grab onto this guy, whatever you want to do with him.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get him in some sort of chokehold. Or better still, given that he's reaching in, I'm going to try a chokehold in an entirely different area of his anatomy.
I see. Okay. Again, that will happen around the next time. So it is Arthur and Perry.
All right. So Perry acted first.
He did indeed, yeah. So the guy who you slashed the chest open, he's still standing. He was kind of taken aback too much to act that last time, but you think he's going to maybe try and get your throat or something, but you do have time to act before then.
I will try
throat.
and finish him off this time.
Okay.
And that is a 22.
Okay.
It's 2 off on the word, so it's just a pass.
Just a pass. Okay. Well, he failed fighting back. Yep. So roll your damage.
That's 10.
Okay. Describe how you absolutely got him like a pig.
This time, as he moves in with his kosh, I sort of just move to the right a little bit and just catch him up with the Bowie knife up under the rib cage and drop him down to the floor.
And he certainly does. Okay. So Arthur, you see that happening. You think the guy who you shot may still be alive, but he's not really getting up.
Well, either way, I believe that the one arresting Francoise as my top priority.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm shooting him rather than the one laying on the floor.
Okay, bear in mind Winston is kind of on top of him. So are you sure you want to shoot him?
No, I didn't think it was that close.
Don't forget, there's the other guy I pointed out earlier.
The one in the arches.
The one that was hanging around opposite the
nearby.
arches.
You don't know if he's still here anymore.
Oh, he could have taken off after the girl.
Yeah, I believe I'm running towards the arches.
Okay.
Just to see where this guy is. If he's making his way where this Yalisha went.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he's just running because he's scared about what's going on.
Okay, so oh, there it is. Okay, so you head to the end of the road. You go just under the arches. You don't see a single person. What you see are two cars that appear to have come out from the street below, and they start heading down Dean Street, it's called, in the direction of where Yalisha would have run.
Oh, fuck. How far are... Yeah, how far are the cars?
What, away from you, presumably? They are... I don't know what that is in real terms because it's a map. They're certainly in range of your gun. However, they are moving much quicker than you, of course.
Yeah, I believe I'm trying to shoot one of the back tires of one of the two cars.
Okay.
Given the fact that I just assumed that I see the back of the cars because they're heading the other way.
Yeah. By that point, yeah. But the point is, they would have come out from the street below because they didn't come past you. So, yes. So give me a roll.
Ooh, that's an extreme.
Oh,
that's a 5.
Very nice. Okay, so yeah, you puncture the tire really quite badly. I think it's an extreme.
If that's maximum damage, it's 10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it just completely sends the tire just sort of spinning and then kind of comes off. Let's see if they manage to keep stable. Somehow they do. So you kind of see these sparks now going from the back wheel, but they're just kind of speeding along.
I was really hoping that they lost control about the car and crashed into the other one.
No,
I was really hoping that.
They didn't get quite an extreme, but it was one off. So yeah, they're still going, at least for now. They may
not
have
an
to stop
extreme
at some point.
All right.
Yes. So so hold on. There's the guy still in the car. So he sees you kind of coming at him with a chokehold, Winston. You can still do that if you want, but he's going to try and get off you.
Yeah, I'm going to try and hold him down, and I'm going to grab him by something far more tender.
Yep. So that would be an opposed brawl. So okay, I get your point. Can you make me a brawl roll then, please?
Really didn't want to make a brawl roll because my brawling sucks.
That's because you stopped to say, "Excuse me, sir, may I grope your penis?"
I am going to spend 1 luck point.
Okay.
because that changes that to an extreme pass.
Wow, awesome. Okay, give that a tick. Oh, actually, no. Oh, God, I can't remember because it's not your go. Technically, you're fighting back. Oh, bollocks. I don't think you do tick it, but I'll check. But he definitely failed, and obviously the extreme, yeah. So he tries to push you off, but you can see that coming, and you just grab onto him with this chokehold. If you want, you can roll damage for that because you've got him in a tight grip.
Does this double? Because it is an extreme.
Yes, yeah, the damage doubles. Yeah. In fact, maximum damage actually. Come to think of it, it's maximum. So what is that? 4?
It's 7 altogether.
So 7.
Yeah,
it's unarmed, so it's 1d3 plus my damage bonus.
Ah, right, got it. I wasn't sure if you had damage bonus. That's fine. Cool. So, what's
rip it off?
Right. So
I have an extreme crush on this guy.
Literally.
Very funny. So you start seeing his face kind of turn blue as he's struggling to breathe. He's still conscious, and again, major wound. But you think if you keep going, you're just gonna, knock him unconscious. Meanwhile, Francoise, you are in the process of trying to hit the wall, presumably still.
Is this guy hanging out of the car, or has Winston got him?
Winston's got him, so he's between you and Winston. Yeah.
In that case, no. I have a mission to crash into another car because I need to make sure Alicia gets away. I'm already losing time against them, so I'm now chasing the other car.
Okay. Make me a drive auto. Now it is a chase.
Balls.
No, that's my stuff.
Oh, also balls.
Okay. That's my area of expertise.
Absolutely, I'm completely nuts.
Male genitals is my expertise.
Oh, but that's not. Okay, so.
And that's not bollocks.
Kind of takes your time to turn it round, and then fitting it through the archway is quite difficult because it's kind of small and confined. You eventually get through, and you see this other car full of them with a wheel missing, and there's sort of loads and loads of sparks going up at this point. They're starting to slow down. And
I say, if you're describing it as I've got a maneuver to get through the arches, does that give everyone time to get on board?
Not if you're making a beeline, no.
Okay.
Can we use the running boards on this car? Can we just sort of jump on and hold on to the outside of it?
She's good. The problem is she says she's put the pedal down.
Yeah, if you make
I tried to, but I thought it
roll.
If I may, Jason, I'll just be running to Yalisha.
Okay. Hopefully you know where the Savoy is from here. Or Savoy, sorry, I keep getting the pronunciation wrong. Oh God. Okay, so you're just running down the street aimlessly.
I believe that's more doable than just jumping into a window of a moving car.
Very true. So Perry, are you going to try and jump or not?
I will try and jump onto the running board of the car.
All right, you're going to need to make me a very good jump roll.
Okay.
Going to be at least hard.
That this scene is turned into Fast and Furious.
It is, yeah.
Okay, I changed gear 8 times.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so you try and kind of reach towards the car, but yeah, it's long gone, and you just kind of land with a thud on the ground.
Arthur.
And I'll say that you take another one damage because you kind of try and do a bit of a roll. You sort of tumble on the ground, leaving them behind. You just sort of see Arthur go off in the distance. So that one did not fail. So let's see. So yeah, you see, Francoise, this car is sort of starting to slow down. There's all these sparks. There is another car much further away. Again, you think it could be some more Blue Pyramid Club members or something like that. And what am I doing rolling? I don't know. I'm looking for stats. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Oh, okay. So you don't see the Alicia where you are at this point. Hopefully she's further enough away that she can keep a distance away from them, even though they're kind of putting the pedal to the metal a bit. What do you do?
Can I ask, is this a new car or is it an older car?
Because
the seatbelt was invented 5 years ago. No, I failed my luck roll.
There is no seatbelts.
Okay, that's fine. It just changes like how one intends to crash when one's about to do what I'm going to try and do. So drive past the one with the missing tyre because I don't care about that at all. I'm pursuing the other one, and my intention is to ram it off the road.
Okay.
Do a pit maneuver.
As you head past them, you hear the sound of a gun going off.
That's not mine, I swear.
You mean it's not mine that's going off?
You see it actually. Let's say it's an open top car. You see a crack appear in your windscreen from a bullet.
No, that's okay. That means it's I can kick it out when I'm down the road. It'll be fine. It means I'm less likely to fly through it. Or it'll give when I fly through it. How about that? Positive thinking. No, I'm pursuing the next car along.
Yeah, you definitely have to make me a drive auto roll again to see if you catch up with this car because it's
at this point, Jason, I am attempting to get myself into a seated position.
Oh yes, of course, because you're in the car.
Because I'm in a fucking car as well.
Oh yes.
I didn't realise that. Okay.
Of course, yes, you are. So, and there's this guy as well. So
yeah, because I'm on top of the guy, sort of holding his nuts while you're flying down a fucking road.
Never imagined him being fully in the car, but okay.
Right. So he's still conscious, but you're still holding him.
Yeah, I'm attempting to maneuver myself into a seated position and maneuvering him into an eject position.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be another. Well, actually, no. Let's make it a strength roll. He will have a penalty though, given he is half choking to death. Oh, fuck! I got the same result both times, and it was a very good result.
I got an extreme.
Okay, what's your overall brawl?
Well, you said make a strength roll, not a brawl.
Oh, sorry. Strength roll, I meant. What's your overall strength roll?
My strength is 75.
Okay.
I rolled 3.
Yes, okay. Lucky for you, because he also rolled a 3. Again, with the penalty, he rolled a 3. But he is not as strong as you. So, describe how you eject him out of the car.
Very, very simply, I maneuver myself into the seated position, sort of hanging him outside pushing him outside the passenger seat and simply saying, "Your stop, sir."
Even better is if their car, with its missing tyre, so it's metal digging into the tarmac, then drives over him.
Yes.
Let's see, actually. Yes, it does.
I now close the door.
Wow, it's gone full. It's gone full pog.
That's or I love this.
Okay, so yeah, Arthur, you kind of see this happening in front of you, just sprinting down the road. Just to check, Perry, are you heading off after them because you kind of have to get yourself up and get over the fact you're winded in a slightly embarrassed position?
Once I get up, I'm going to have to try and follow Arthur because I don't know my way back, so I'm following him as I can.
Okay, yeah. So, you kind of slowly head on off towards the Savoy. You think you know where it is. In fact, can one of you make me a navigate roll?
Well, at the moment, they're just following the cars.
They are, but they are about to turn off.
Navigate.
I spent 5 luck for it to be a pass.
I got a hard pass.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, you think you know which way they're going. They're basically going to get onto Charing Cross Road at some point, which is another big main road that can go south towards the Savoy. However, you do see the kind of basically the other car that you shot the tire out of, Arthur. It kind of runs over with the metal. What's it called?
Ooh.
Spoke, metal spoke over this guy, just almost taking his head clean off. And they kind of come to a bit of a stop, but they have seen you.
They're coming at me.
They're not coming at you, but you can see a gun come out, at least a gun.
What I need to know just to get the image in my head.
Mm-hmm.
When they run over this guy, is it just with that side of the car, or is it with both bits?
It's just one side, but even so, it's metal.
So I was going to say, if it was both bits, there's a good chance that whilst the broken wheel was nearly severing his head off, the other wheel was going over his nuts. Which
wow. Okay.
That sounds like an obsession with nuts.
What can I say?
I'm a simple man.
I am going to call you Squirrel from now on.
Do you want me to roll a dodge or something?
It's up to you whether you want to shoot back or you can dodge.
Depending on how fast they're moving and how close they are to me, I'd say. Because if I have a clean view of the driver, I'm shooting the driver.
Okay, sure. Yeah. It's a pretty well lit street, so I'll say yes, you do.
No, miss.
Okay. They don't miss you. That's for sure. So, how much HP have you got left, Arthur?
I'm not telling you. Just roll the damage.
Oh, dear God. Okay. Hold on. Let me...
I put it this way, has it gone to double figures in damage?
That's a hero death I'm willing to...
Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me just double check.
Dude, it's fine.
No, but I'm just trying to...
My next character, though, will be Italian. It will be called Gennaro Esposito. Just so you know.
Fair enough. Okay, so... okay, it does not tell me. I am 99% sure this is the case, but I want to check because last time I got it slightly wrong when somebody died. So, sure. Right. Okay. Basically, you've taken 10 damage. I've rolled max.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm at 5.
I'm aware of that.
I'm way past than that.
What I want to know is if that automatically kills you or not. If you've taken a major wound,
Okay, thing is, if I recall it correctly, I got a major wound, but that doesn't
count, does it?
That doesn't count, but that's more than half my maximum HP. So that counts.
It is. So that would still be major wound, but it's not insta death was what I was trying to work out. But you are blown back off your feet as you feel this bullet sink into your stomach. You need to make me a con roll, Mr. Dibden, as you fall prone.
That's an extreme pass.
Okay. You are conscious, but you are dying.
All right. Let me check the... Oh, no, I can't check the dying. No.
Oh, in fact, what am I talking about? You are unconscious anyway. So what I'll say is for that con roll, that can be used for your next round. So at the moment, you are still alive, but you are dying, and you are unconscious. So, Perry, you see that happen in front of you.
Okay. Are they staying where they are? Are they getting away, or what are they doing?
They've kind of come to a stop. You start seeing a couple of them actually come out and head for you and for Arthur, you think?
Okay, I'm going to try and I'll try and tackle the one coming from me with the intention of heading to Arthur.
Okay. And what are you doing that with? Your knife?
My knife, yeah. It's all I've got at the moment.
Okay. Okay.
That is a miss, but I'm spending 8 to make it a pass.
Okay. This one, well, the one that's closest has also got another one of these blackjacks. They miss you completely.
Okay. And I do 4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree, Steve. And the party surgeon is the one who got shot. Not good.
No. Okay. And meanwhile, back to the cars. It is your go, Francoise.
Okay, but you'll have to catch me up with what happened, because I rolled an 02, then you didn't tell me what happened. You went to Ronnie, Phil, Arthur, Phil. So now I don't know where I'm at. So please.
Yeah. Yes, sorry. Yes.
Okay.
So
yeah.
No, I'm almost leave it in suspense and stuff. But so you absolutely speed towards this car. You kind of find this extra rev. Or maybe you kind of get a wet patch of road.
Fast and Furious. I changed down 3 gears and then went back up them.
Yeah, and you catch up to it. Basically, they've turned off onto Old Compton Street, and then they're going to head onto Charing Cross Road. So that as they start kind of turning onto a little side street to move onto Charing Cross Road, you catch them up. Again, still no sign of Yalisha.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully she's okay.
Okay. Well, as they're going to make the turn, I'm going to pit maneuver them. So I
and you're going to
bump bumpers and turn the opposite direction to spin them out.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. Give me a drive.
At this point, I'm looking at Francoise with my eyes wide enough open that most of my face now looks white.
Uh-huh.
I rolled 08, which is I'm going to spend 2 luck to make it an extreme, because why the hell not?
Okay.
Yes, please. Yes, we need to survive this, please.
Okay. So,
I want to live.
Describe how you make their car an absolute write-off.
Okay, so as they're going to turn left onto Charing Cross Road, I lock bumpers with them. I flick it to the right, sending their car spinning around. And then as it clips the curb, it leaps up off the ground, goes through a lamppost, and then half of it ends up in a shop. The other half, of course, hasn't got the mask because that's got, just crashes to the curb upside down. So yeah, that happens. There's an optician's that it goes through the window of, and then with a bit of luck, some glasses lacerate them as well. Because why the hell not?
Wow. Okay.
They should have went to Specsavers.
They're taken care of. Obviously, your car's also kind of wrecked a bit, just from the impact. But you think
I lost the bumper.
Yeah. Okay. From where each sort of group is, you start hearing the sound of police whistles.
Okay, so I'm going to drive off.
Okay.
Yeah, get a little bit of distance, turn onto a back street somewhere, get out, and then walk away. Walk away and hail a cab back to the Savoy.
Okay, Winston, I'm assuming you
I'm not staying in the damn car.
Okay.
one wrecked car back there, the other wrecked car with a black man behind it? No, I'm fucking off.
Secluded little road, very close by, actually. However, I'd like the two of you to make me a group luck roll.
Seriously, the two.
Group luck, I mean, using the lowest. Okay, mine is 8.
Mine is 13.
So it's an 08 then.
Yep.
And I rolled 88. So I missed by 80.
Do we both get to roll?
No, it's just whoever has the lowest.
Group, so it's lowest.
Okay. You hear the sound of police officers very close by. Like,
is there an open shop or bar?
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff around here.
Get straight into one.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you both make me stealth rolls, please? As you hide from the trustworthy officers.
I will spend 1 luck to pass.
How much luck is left, Francoise?
7. I'm spending very small amounts, but I have a small amount to start.
I think Winston passed.
That was a hard pass.
Hard pass, okay.
I didn't even need my bonus die.
Okay. I'm
going to end this fucking scenario with this bonus die still in my character sheet.
Okay, hard pass.
And pass.
Francois, regular pass. Francois, actually, both of you, what are your stealth scores?
22.
33.
Okay. So you think that you hide nice and discreetly, let's say, try water closet, something like that, and for a minute you
went into a pub.
Well, yeah, but inside the pub, something like that, or maybe...
Oh, I see, toilet. That's what you meant by water closet. I just kind of pictured like an immersion tank thing,
Okay.
No, okay.
But then you start hearing bangs on the door. We know you're in there.
Hello?
We want a word.
Hello.
Is that it? Is that you just want to know?
Yeah. This is a ladies.
Yes, well, we know that you crashed your car into a shop, so we want a word with you, please, miss.
I did not crash my car into a shop.
We saw you do it.
We crashed.
No, my car did not crash into a shop.
Please,
we crashed someone else's car into a shop.
And you start
hearing
more.
I missed what you said there, sorry.
We're going to use brute force if you don't come out here, miss.
Well, you'll have to wait till I put my knickers back on.
You start hearing bangs as if they're kind of trying to break the door down.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm on the toilet.
Okay. Meanwhile, and you, actually, by the way, Winston, you think you hear the same from where you're hiding, whether, again, it's a water closet or you kind of get pulled out from under a table or something by a cop. Meanwhile, Mr. Dibden, can I have another con roll, please?
Yes, you may. That's a fail.
Okay. I will deal with you in a moment, Mr. Dibden. So, Perry, let's go back to you for a second, since it's sort of back up the initiative order. So, so you managed to get this guy a little bit with your knife. There's still quite a few people here. You're getting the feeling that Arthur is not he's not coming to your side. You turn around and you see him. He's bleeding on the floor. You've got to get him to safety. And at this rate, you're outnumbered. You do hear whistles, but they're not right on your street yet.
But I still can't get to Arthur because of these guys between me and him, aren't they?
You could try. Well, no, they're coming towards you, so you could try and maneuver.
Okay, I'll try and edge around towards Arthur if I can get to him.
Yeah.
If I can get to him, I'll see if I can. Well, it depends what they do. If they keep coming, I'll try and drag them away. But if they move away because of the police whistles, I'll try and stabilize them.
Yeah, they're hesitant from the police whistles, definitely, and they start kind of backing off a little bit. But I will need you to make me a con roll. See how quickly you get to him.
con roll, which is 17. Okay. And I rolled a 1.
Okay, yeah. So you sprint there instantly, and what I'll say is, you have time to kind of pick him up, and you kind of hear this groan coming from Arthur, and sort of there's blood kind of seeping onto your hands. But as you pick him up, you get this sort of feeling that was his last breath.
Arthur, can you hear me? Hold on just a minute.
He died a hero.
Just a minute longer.
He now will be one again with his wife and daughter. Oh my God, I'm so sad. Also, I was Steve's favorite as well.
I know, you were Steve's favorite.
I got that on camera.
Slightly offended.
Slightly
Also, you
more
didn't die a
offended.
hero. I don't know if you noticed this, but how many of the people in the car did you kill? Exactly 0, by the way, just in case you're not sure.
Very almost killed somebody else.
Right. So, for all of those people watching who may not be used to role-playing games in general, usually role-playing games are not by their nature competitive.
This one is.
Look, I took out a car and the occupants. You scored 0. Hero.
Well,
I scored one more important death than you, though.
Well, I didn't kill any players, that's true.
Okay. So, you're looking at his eyes as they just kind of glaze over, and sort of darkness goes into them as police start coming round. You hear sort of chaos going on. Meanwhile, the two of you back in the Soho pub. So yeah, Winston, you're kind of grabbed out from under a table, let's say, by an
I'd
officer.
rather just be grabbed from the bar. I had no intention of hiding in a toilet.
Oh, okay, fine. All right. Well,
Hey,
okay, that's
man,
fine.
just hey. This is police brutality.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
I was going to say archaeologist lives matter. You kind of stole my thunder.
Is that your vehicle, sir? And they point out to the one that you were just in a minute ago.
No.
Persuasion roll.
Oh, I'm telling the truth. It's not my car.
That's technically true, though. Is it your vehicle? No.
No.
Did you come out of that vehicle? Maybe.
Francoise, you can also try and talk.
I don't persuade at all.
Sure. I rolled 99. No, it is the car. I stole the car from the person trying to kill me. It is not mine.
Okay, so you hear the sound of handcuffs coming out, Francoise, particularly for you.
Why do you need handcuffs? I'll come willingly. But also, this is the car I stole from the person killing me. I mean, I am as much a victim here.
We need to speak to you down at the station, miss. If you can come with us.
For handcuffs, I'll come with you. Of course I will. I came in here for a stiff drink first, though.
Okay. Yeah, Winston, you're kind of the same. They're a little bit hesitant of you first because one says, well, he does have a point. It might not be his. Oh, so you stole it then?
Yes, of course. Oh. Sorry, I rolled 99.
Yeah, so you're both led.
At this point, they have asked me 2 questions that I've answered absolutely truthfully. Is it my car? No. Did I steal it? No. Because Francoise stole it. I didn't steal it. I just happened to be in it.
Unfortunately, I very loudly confirmed that yes, I stole it.
There you go. There's your man right there.
So yeah, you're both led to the nearby station. Perry, obviously, they can see you've got Arthur, in your arms. I mean, what do you do? Obviously, they're asking like, what's happening here? What's going on?
As they run up, I'll be shouting to them, "Help! Get a doctor! Call a doctor quickly!"
Okay, yep, they do so. A few of them chase after the remaining Blue Pyramid Club members.
I'll say they shot him. Those people from that car.
Okay. Right, you are right. Okay, and then they go off and start rushing after them. Yes. So as Steve has said, 1 dead and 2 huckled. So we will leave it there for tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I am very sorry, Arthur.
Don't worry, it's part of the game.
It's part of the game. It's easier for me the second time round. I'll say that.
But I mean, it's. I mean, I've said that multiple times. When it comes to RPGs, you always have that sort of risk.
No, you don't. If you play D&D or Pathfinder or whatever that is, that's not that. It's not the same feeling.
Yeah,
but you got potions, you got reanimations and shit.
But of all the genres, the one that is the most deadly, and rightly so, is horror.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it has to be the deadliest. That's the point. If it, as Giorgio says, yeah, there are fantasy games with resurrections and all that, and no one's really dead and all that. But horror, yeah, it's got to be deadly. It's got to be difficult. Otherwise, there's no sense of tension. There's no sense of worry or woe or fear. And at the end of the day, there's a horror game.
Yeah.
It's meant to be fucking scary.
That was definitely a chase and a half.
That's good.
I wasn't expecting it to go that tense tonight. I thought it would be maybe the next one, but no, you did it all for me there. So
also, Jason, talking about organizational stuff. Given the fact that now my character is dead and that you should have to introduce another one, if it is a pain in the ass to do it for next week's session, I may sit that one out. Given
I need to have a talk to you about what we can arrange, but yes, obviously it would need to be somebody appropriate. I mean, it mentions in the book, just on the top of my head, there is the option of becoming Inspector Barrington. Inspector Barrington, if you want.
We also have a journalist and a dancer.
Yes, you do. Yes.
The dancer, yes. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. There are also the other pre-gens, like you could do what Phil did and pick another one. There are a couple that are more appropriate at this point than others that I can think of.
Yeah, I saw that there was actually a Punjabi soldier.
Yes, that was my first choice. Yeah, he would definitely potentially be in England.
Well, we can think about it.
Yeah, we can
on a separate occasion.
Sorry you died, Giorgio.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Also, I outlived the prologue and chapter 1.
You did?
Which is a lot.
Good.
How I acted.
Just think that if you become Inspector Barrington, you might come with lots of useful information.
Yes. Of course, I would like to reiterate to our viewers the whole thing that usually role-playing games are not competitive. However, we have, we've already had who killed most this evening, and well, at least I survived the prologue in chapter 1.
Well, Steve, we'll see what character you'll find next week.
It's the dancer, isn't it? Come on, it's got to be the dancer.
He is the leader of the set.
Oh dear. On that note, I'm going to end the broadcast. Thank you all for a fantastic evening.
Yeah. Good stuff.
We'll see you on Saturday for Corporation and next week for Max Monday.
Yes. Tune in next Saturday for finally season 3 will start proper.
Yes. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
See ya.